I bet you're wondering, did the computer go down? What were they rapping about before they went offline? And I'll tell you exactly what it was. We were talking about how lucky I was. No, I'm lucky because we thought the computer did not go down. When I tried to unmute it, you couldn't hear it, but we were congratulating ourselves, patting ourselves on the back, because we just wanted to relax because we assumed the computer was fine, and it wasn't, so we had to restart this time. All right, yeah, so we are back for real this time. It's good to see you all. Thank you for sticking with us. It does seem, and here's, a lot of people say, they come up to me and they say, Tim, how could you do this all day without stopping constantly? And I say, because every time I leave this computer for 3 minutes, everything breaks. I don't have an option. So that's, that's what we do. But we're back. The finals for the Las Vegas Open are coming up in just a short amount of time at 3 p.m. Pacific. Poppin' them peas. We will be going live with that final where we have Vincent Kirchhoff going up against Andrew Alschwager. We're going to be running some Shield with Kirchhoff into some Brotherhood Avengers. So we still don't really know exactly what we're going to be seeing on this final stage, but I am joined in this interim by Mr. Dr. the Dylan the D, the man who paints with zero fear and regular blog contributor over at professionalcasual.com.
Even more here soon, I think. I'm going to start writing stuff that's not just painting related. Let me tell you what happened.
You can't put them in a Monument Hobbies bottle and just keep them there.
I can't. It's got a shaker in it. It comes with a little
Does it
mixer.
really?
Yeah, all the bottles come with little mixers.
That's awesome.
A little mixing beads.
Have you seen their travel case that has slots for 90? Oh my God!
I got
gorgeous.
so GW released something very similar to that. Now, obviously not as good as Monuments. Monuments is like top of the line. Mm-hmm. But I remember buying it and it was like $600 million or whatever it is GW prices for these things. Right. It was like the beginning of like 8th or whatever. And it was a little bag, put stuff in there. And then I saw a Monuments version and I was like, this thing is so baller. I just never need it because I don't travel and paint.
I stopped over at the exhibitor hall at the Monument Hobbies, whatever
booth.
You call it, booth.
Yeah, booth.
And yeah, they had one on display, and it
They're really
folds
nice.
out. It has all of these bells and whistles, and all of them are insanely practical.
It's well worth it.
Like, you'll never need a desk or anything.
Never again.
Like, legitimately, you set this thing on a table, you bring it to your LGS, you bring it on a plane, and it's golden, baby. Mm-hmm. Monument Hobbies, just true OGs.
Jason's a great guy. Like, a lot of times, like, you really like products, but sometimes you don't like the people that are, like, running the companies or whatever. But, like, everybody in that company is, like, super great. They're all super nice. They're all swell people. So Jason's amazing.
Jason's really nice. Brendan.
Brendan.
I absolutely adore that guy. We met him at Adepticon for the first time. Dude flies around convention centers at like 80 miles an hour.
He's a bullet.
He really is. I really like that guy a lot.
So my introduction to we got a couple people saying that Jason's awesome. So my introduction to him was I watched his Twitch randomly because he was in the Long War for like a real brief amount of time.
Yeah.
And I needed help with tattoos.
Okay.
Like painting somebody with a tattoo. And he actually helped me do it. And I was like, oh, I get it now. He explained it. So he stopped whatever he was painting on his stream or whatever, because I asked him just a question, and he was like, hey, yeah, here you go. Here's how I do tattoos. That's how I do it since. I love him.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's got my total respect.
100%. And they provided a lot of prize support, too, in the form of gift certificates for Monument Hobbies, too, which I really like, because when you go to a convention, maybe you place, maybe you get something off the prize wall, and that thing just happens to be something you either don't need or already have. Especially paint-wise. You're like, listen, all I got is yellows.
Can I get a green, please?
Constantly paint things like bees. I am overloaded.
I'm so tired of it.
Overloaded with yellows. So the winners from that, Ryan Farmer, and the other two, and you got an honorable mention. I don't know if you saw that.
I think I got a Judge's Choice award or something like that, and I got it because of bats.
Yep.
My little bats on my Doctor Strange.
So people walked away with 50, 30, and 20.
Yep.
For some Monument Hobbies, which apparently goes up actually pretty long way.
It goes a long way. I think each of their bottles it's like $4. I think it's $4 a paint bottle.
I think so too.
The one slight negative I have about it, I don't like the Sriracha bottle lids. they're kind of weird to work with, but they do sell alternate lids, which just completely takes away that complaint altogether.
Nice.
So if you do get them and you really, really want to invest in Monument Hobbies, get the other caps. They're way, way easier to deal with. I know a lot of people that I talk to that are big painters. They're not big fans of the Sriracha bottle lids either. But, I mean, they're workable. It's just you lose a little bit of paint because when you re-close it, like it'll like squirt up a little extra. So, okay, maybe you can't say it like that.
You can.
It will expel extra paint.
It doesn't need the hand sign.
It doesn't need the sign, okay.
No.
Anyway, whatever. So it'll expel some extra bit of paint that you may not have needed.
Yeah.
And then you got to paint more, and then, you start getting yelled at because they said you had to come down for dinner even, and it's been 6 hours. But you got this extra paint on your palette, and you're like, I don't want to waste the paint. So good.
Right. Well,
that's what life is.
I do like in chat there. I believe maybe it was Dizzard said that the shaker inside is a glass bead or a plastic bead, so it doesn't rust.
Yep. You don't have to worry about it. And you can. Right. So I never do it for some reason. Every time I finish a paint bottle, because I've been using them so much, especially for the tutorials and all that.
Yeah.
Like I've actually been running out of paint in my bottles, so I have a big stack of these things. I'm like, I'm just going to take the beads out and I'll keep them for, like, GW paints or whatever. They just stay there. I got, like, this graveyard of, like, Monument Hobby paints that I just keep thinking I'm going to open up and take the dang beads out. Yeah. I never do because I'm dumb.
You know what you could do with them?
Eat them?
Swap the lids back out for the original lid and then fill them with Sriracha.
Oh, my gosh.
Right?
That's a great idea.
You could start a Monument Hobbies hot sauce line.
Oh, gosh. You could, yeah. That'd be a good idea, actually.
Right.
And just get in touch with Jason, and you know what? Boom. You got a deal.
Listen, we're educating people out here, and that's the one thing that Dr. D normally does on those blogs is Mike did not know that they already have the little the balls inside.
I'm pretty sure they do. Like, as you run out of paint, you can hear it more.
Yeah.
You may not hear it if you first get the bottle because there's so much liquid in it.
It's like drinking a Guinness, and you're like, wait, there's a ball in here.
For Guinness? I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, in the Tall Boys, they have one of those aerator bottles in the bottom.
None of the ones I've drank have.
I have an unlimited amount of red paint.
Yeah, that's true.
So it does seem like Ben must have lost his last round because Taylor's nose is bleeding again.
This poor guy.
Yeah.
He's abused. His body abuses him.
But speaking of paint, Dr. D, I believe you have a painting competition that is coming to a close pretty soon, right?
Sure am. So the painting gallery, no name, ends February 6th. So at that point, we make we do all the collages and all that, so you guys don't have to do that. So you just send me the pictures. They're all going to go up probably that Tuesday. Who knows? I'm in the middle of a move, and then I got to come back from this and blah, blah, blah. But it's next week. Then there's a week of voting. You can only vote if you're in the Fury's Finest Discord.
Yeah.
Which you have to go through the Patreon, which I think is $1 or whatever. And then you can vote. And then whoever wins, first and second for the votes will get prizes. And then after that, we do random raffles. It's kind of loosely based on how many people enter. So the more people we have enter, the more random raffles. So my big problem with a lot of painting competitions is that you notice that the same people kind of keep winning, because they're good painters, right? Mm-hmm. And so you incentivize people to just submit and be like, oh, cool, look at all these people that are painting. So my big thing when I started it was like, hey, everybody's got a pile of shame. Let's finish it, right?
Yeah.
And then the one issue that keeps coming up with this painting competition is every single person, or not every, that's not fair to say, a lot of very prolific painters constantly tell me, oh, I just finished every model in the MCP range. Yeah. And I'm like, darn.
Nuts.
Like, nuts, man. You've been painting like a machine to be able to finish all the MCP models. Some of them are really big.
Yeah.
Like a Sentinel, it's like the size of a baby. Anyway, but a really tiny baby, but it's the size of a baby.
Very tiny baby.
But, so anyway, I got a little distracted. So, you send those pictures, we make the collages, we put them on a website, so it's blind voting, so you don't have to worry about peer pressure and all that. A lot of people say about, whatever. The first couple competitions, we had to work that out. And then whoever wins, first and second, gets a prize, random raffles. Then we'll do an episode on Fury's Finest where we'll talk about the things we really, really liked. Each of us picked like 3 that we really, really enjoyed, and then we talk about the winners and all that, blah, blah. The first 2 were won by the same guy. His name's John BW. His painting is nuts. I forget his Instagram. I'd send it. I can look it up while you're talking. But I've already seen a lot of the stuff that's come through. And, we've got some real gems this time. Holy moly.
Speaking of gems,
How's the gymnastics going?
there was the gymnastics was yesterday. It looked like it went really well. We heard about a bunch of really unique combinations and how wild they were. There were a few restrictions on that.
Yep.
No power gem, or I believe no power gem on Malekith,
Yep.
Wong, or Doctor Strange Defender's version.
Yep.
And
Everybody just put stuff on Daredevil.
everyone did just put stuff on Daredevil.
Reality Daredevil OP.
And it seemed like, there was a really cool stuff. We talked to Gabe earlier as well. He put power on a rhino
That's
and
good.
Had a really good time with
That's
it.
real good.
He said he had one goal, and it was to make the dream a meme true. And
Of
he
the super
this
throw.
this is a robbery to Dormammu.
That's right, yeah. Oh my God.
Hey Dormammu, this is a robbery.
Drop all you got and I'm gonna throw you across the universe, you big scary gas god.
Then he threw the Dormammu into a pyro and just obliterated
Just
him.
annihilated
Just wiped him off the map.
I didn't know that. That's awesome. Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, there was a whole bunch of really cool things in there. We saw, I guess, a Scarlet Witch with a time gem. Time gem actually popping up kind of pretty regularly.
Yeah, it's a pretty good gem.
But yeah, so that was great. And then today, it looked like, I was talking to Alexa earlier, she's running a lot of the side events here.
Yep.
Once again, just a huge shout out to Alexa White and the Morlocks podcast, her and Omnis, Brian Watson, Tyson, and Rick and Danny have all been doing incredible work here running the MCP side of stuff at LVO. So we do have a new, because people keep asking, and it can be difficult to find sometimes, we do have a new command as well, and that is !sleeves. And that will give you the link directly to the Facebook store. Because I know if you were watching this at home, maybe on an Xbox or in theater mode, the About Me section doesn't show up, and that's where the link lives.
Yep.
But now there's a panel down below as well as a command.
I used mine today. My
Hell yeah.
shadow friends.
Yes!
Shadow friends.
We
Yeah.
saw some of the magnetic friends out earlier as well. I know Ben has been sporting those, so super happy to see those out in the wild.
Ben command.
But we could have a Ben
A lot
command.
of love for Ben in this chat.
There is. Ben
guy.
is probably one of the nicest people
Yeah.
I've ever met in my life.
For sure.
Like, to
100% back you on that one.
Completely honest. And Calissa, just regular Alyssa actually, has been just instrumental in giving everyone in chat updates on the people that they are rooting for.
The
And
Ben chat. Is that why she's running around so much? She's like
she just started doing it.
she's like stream mom.
Yeah,
Stream momming it up.
100%.
How about she's been running around? I'm like, man,
Yeah.
this girl is just darting.
Calissa Beth.
No, because I leave at 4. Did you win? Okay. So we could talk about that actually, because I
Yeah.
was in one of the side events. I was in the team event.
Oh, how'd you do?
I did. The first game I went really well. Our team won both.
Yeah, we were 3-0
Yeah.
Really?
on the first game.
So that.
Robert,
Okay, so it was you, Rob Reel, and Gabe.
And Gabe. Yep.
So what did you all bring?
I brought my defenders because I'm a psychopath. And then Gabe brought Guardians with Thanos, and then Rob brought Hydra with Malekith
Nice.
because he doesn't like friends.
So can you tell me kind of about the format as a whole? How I know there was like kind of a draft system where like you could kind of throw one out
Yeah.
there, and then there was a mystery one. And
Yep.
how did that work? How were you actually playing 3-on-3?
So at the beginning, the 3 people meet up, blah, blah, blah. They roll a priority roll, and then whoever wins the roll puts out the ones that lose, they put out the first person. So out of the 3 of us. So they'd put out the person's name and then the affiliation. Then they pick essentially who they're going to play against that. The middle is blind, so you don't know who goes there. And then the third one, whoever wins the priority roll will put theirs. So essentially, the ones that win get to pick the first matchup
Okay.
because they know what they're fighting against. The second one's completely blind, and then the third one is the person that lost the roll will know what the other team is doing.
Okay.
So the very first one was us against, I don't even remember what they had, but it was good. I won we won. We swept. We got 3-0.
Nice.
It was really good. And then the third one, or the second round, I got smashed. I was probably one of the biggest trouncings I've ever got in my entire life. It was bad. I walked up, and then everybody kind of got Thanos snapped into non-existence. They just disappeared. Just completely left this realm of reality, left the mortal coil, as you say. And then thankfully my teammates aren't bad like me, so they won, and then our team won that. So I unfortunately have to leave before the third round. Otherwise, I'd be running into that. Hopefully they just win. So if they both win, they technically could win it.
So
because I'd be the loss.
Right.
Because you got to go 2-1 to win the round.
Okay, so effectively, you're playing 3 separate games.
Yes, there's 3 separate rounds, or games each round, and then whoever wins that set of wins the round.
That's super interesting.
It's clever. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
actually pretty interesting. I think that's what they do. I think it's based on the 40K. I think it started at Adepticon, actually.
Probably, I mean, if there's a team tournament, it probably started at Adepticon, to be fair.
Yeah, for sure. So I think it's loosely based on that. Now, it's funny because MCP, to its credit, will take what already exists, but then they'll improve on it, as you do, right?
Yeah.
So, so it works really well. Actually, it's kind of interesting to try in like your local metas if you have like a lot of players. You could probably do it. It's really not that hard.
Also, Devil Pup, I forgot to respond to that. So the people in the finals, it will be Vincent Kirchhoff with his Shield roster, a deadly, deadly, deadly Shield roster, going up against Andrew Olschwager with Brotherhood/Avengers. So that can kind of go a couple different ways.
So, Winry, and the roster restriction, that's a good question. Nobody can use the same characters from the 3.
Okay.
So your team can't use, only one person can use Thanos, only one person can use Doctor Strange. So essentially, if it kind of limits the affiliations too, because you have to switch them because you can't play the same leaders. So again, that makes it kind of interesting. You might see affiliations you don't see all that much. Also, by the way, huge shout out to Vincent. I'm hoping he takes it. I think a Shield win at LVO would be awesome.
Not only
I
that,
love Shield.
but to see someone on stream, round 1 of the qualifier, end up taking the entire thing.
That's nuts.
Is awesome.
Yeah, I think he's the. It's not safe to say, or I don't know if it's nice to say, but I think he's the fan. I think he's the audience choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everyone I've talked to is really going for Vincent.
Well, and talking to like Alyssa or Reith, we're both like, well, he took us out, so he better win.
What a jerk. What a jerk. Yeah, he took us out. Yeah, he might as well be the winner. So that's cool.
I too agree that Andrew does not podcast. Is that real, or does Andrew have a podcast?
I don't know who Andrew. Oh, it was Andrew. Andrew's the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of podcast people here.
There are.
There's a lot of them. Because I know Strike Better's here.
Strike Better.
I think Vincent's in the Taco Truck podcast.
Yep.
I think Professional Casual's here.
I haven't seen them around.
They might be somewhere around here. You might want to give them a quick little shout out.
Infamous is here.
Yep, Infamous is here. Jesse's
Chewy,
here.
Jesse,
Half of Fury's Finest.
Yep.
And the guy running it is the Danger Room.
Omnis.
Yep, Omnis. Yep.
Is not Danger Room.
Oh, what is he?
Omnis Protocol.
Oh, he's right. I think.
But all 3 most 75% of the Danger Room is here.
Yeah.
Because Sploosh,
Yeah,
Mike,
Sploosh is
and Chewy were all here.
Is Schooner here?
Sooner?
Sooner
is here, yes.
Yeah, he is here. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, my defenders list is actually loosely based on his. So the changes I made were clearly not great. I'm going to kind of go back to what he was suggesting. I was like, you don't need Hulk that bad. And then I played. I'm like, you do need Hulk real bad, actually. Yep. He's real good. That's a shame. I got to buy a Hulk. I don't actually own Hulk, funnily enough.
I mean, if there's a place you wanted to pick up Hulk, there's a few places online that you could do it pretty inexpensively.
Is it a dumpster outside of a place called Bearded Dragon Games where I could use a code?
It is. You totally could. So you could go to beardeddragongames.online, use that code PCME10 at checkout to get 10% off your order, and also support our LGS in upstate New York, where we're going to be running an event next month.
Yep.
February 18th.
I should be there.
Good old Swiss tournament, and we are going to try to make that an LVO qualifier as well. Ooh. Unconfirmed. I still have to submit the application, but
that's awesome.
We were talking to Tyson earlier, and that is, in fact, what it takes. Is if you head to lvois.com, maybe it was .org, but if you head there,
one or the other,
you can find all of the information to make your LGS event an LVO qualifier, because it is not just the big Super King Ding competitive tournaments that will get you into LVO.
I think you need a certain number of people in order for it to qualify. I think it's like 30 or something like that.
So from what Tyson was saying, no, there's no
yeah.
real minimums. But the points that you get if you don't win it do change based on the amount of other people there, because top 8 all get points. There's only 8 people there. Assume that there's probably not a whole lot of points awarded for that.
No, probably not. I got lots of points. I didn't take any wins, but I did get a lot of fancy internet points.
Yeah.
Fancy qualifier points.
Yep.
Not enough though.
I mean, and from what he was saying too is they don't just take like the people with the highest amount of points.
Yeah, fair.
It's kind of a mix to make sure that everyone kind of has a chance there.
Oh, so it's kind of like a raffle.
Yeah.
You just get Oh, that's cool. What a good idea. That's a great idea.
And I don't know if that's how it works. Is like every point you get is a raffle ticket entry into the draw or something along those lines. But it's certainly. I think that he said they went 20 deep this time into people with points that hadn't like directly qualified for it.
Sweet.
And there's obviously always the LCQ as well.
Yep.
Right beforehand.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, kind of baller, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of the people that are playing in like side events were in the last chance, and all of them were just like, I failed, I couldn't do it. Curses.
I mean, competition was fierce in there.
Sure, it was. Yeah.
Like
the teeth were gnashing, man. They were cutting.
Especially when you take a look at going into the finals. There's people like Vincent Kirchhoff out there.
They're coming up straight to the top.
Right. So
would you say he's the cream of the crop? Is that why he rises to the top?
Certainly rising to the top. Andrew's got the support of Wyoming. Bring it home, buddy.
All right.
We love to see that, too. So sound off in chat who you're rooting for. Is it Vincent or is it Andrew? That Brotherhood Avengers list that Andrew is running going up against, honestly, a surprise to us was Shield. Murderbot Shield, too.
Yes. Let's just say can you pull up the list?
I sure can.
Because I think I know what's in it. I don't think he took Cap. That's always the one I'm sad about. Nobody brings
Well, I mean,
Cap.
you can go Avengers. So Andrew's list is
I was talking about Shield.
Sam Wilson Cap,
Yeah.
Black Widow, Iron Man, Luke Cage, Juggernaut, Mystique, The Blob,
That's a
Toad,
surprise.
and Rhino. His tactics cards include Brace for Impact, Avengers Assemble, Helios Laser Bombardment, Fall Back, Heroes for Hire, This is a Robbery, Do You Know Who I Am, Deception, Patch Up, and Escort to Safety. For Secures, Andrew is running Cosmic Invasions, Superpowered Scoundrels, probably one of my favorites, and Infinity Formula Goes Missing. His extracts are Mutant Extremists, Skrulls, and Spider Infected.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Which one?
Winry's comment about Brotherhood needing help.
I think Brotherhood needs more love, so glad.
What? Brotherhood is so good.
All right, so I do like this. We're seeing kind of a mix here between Vince and Andrew, so I like to see that. So make sure you fight it out amongst yourselves, because honestly, it'll probably affect the game.
Start throwing trash cans into the back of cop cars.
No!
Don't do it!
Don't do that!
Don't say the R word!
So if you do join the Discord, you can hit !Discord to get the info for that, as well as being automatically added to the full enhanced version of the Discord by being a Patreon at any member or a sub on Twitch. And once again, absolutely massive shout out to all of the subs that have happened over this weekend. We could not be here without them. In addition to our patrons over at patreon.com/professional casual network, including our King Ding Doppeldongers and our professional cake sitters at the highest tier. We have Otis, we have Bicon, Leroy, Tony Hot Hands, Dr. D,
Me.
Devil Pup,
Cider drinker.
Iron Maze, we have Rob, we have Bastion, and we have Adam Dagna. Boom!
That's Cyber drinker.
No, and Cider Drinker, thank you. Oh, Dano Pan, or
Dano Paints?
Dano Paints. We've been talking a lot about Danny's pants recently, which are covered in a likeness of my face.
You in chainmail.
Correct. Which, once again, one of our King Ding Doppeldongers made that chainmail and sent it to the P.O. box.
That's true.
So you got to show that off. Finals does start in 10 minutes, Spankish. You are in time. Is the third place game happening first? No, this will be just the finals.
This is the last round.
This is the last round.
Yep.
3 Pacific, not specific, but it will specifically start at 3 Pacific.
Maybe you want to go over that shield list.
Yeah, so
The one I had actually asked about.
Oh, gotcha. So Vincent is running S.H.I.E.L.D., and in this roster of 10 characters, we have Black Widow, 2-threat version, Hawkeye, Iron Man, Nick Fury Jr., Winter Soldier, Bullseye, Luke Cage, Nick Fury Sr., along with the Howling Commandos, Crimson Dynamo, and Rhino.
Yeah.
For tactics cards, we have Eye in the Sky, which we have seen be monumental in that S.H.I.E.L.D. success. Battlefield Medicine, Brace for Impact, Marked for Death, Helios Laser Bombardment, Heroes for Hire, Sit Rep, Sacrifice, Mission Objective, and guess what? This is a robbery. For Secures, we have Infinity Formula, Demons Downtown, and Gamma Waves. For Extracts, Fear grips the world as Worthy terrorize cities, Struggle for the Cube, and Research Station Attacked. So kind of unfair that he has 4 Secures in this particular roster, but what can you do? What can you do about that researcher?
No cap America. That's sad. I really love that new bully cap.
Yeah.
He just doesn't make the cut very often. It's a shame. I love him.
Language.
Yeah, language.
And he doesn't like bullies, but what a bully he is.
He sure is.
I mean, a lot of people think that maybe going Human Torch into Pyro is fighting fire with fire, but Cap fighting bullies by being a bully is actually fighting the fire with real fire.
With real, actual fire. Oh, that's funny.
Is the scenario known to either finalist? So great question. So how the crisis are chosen is each person brings 3 extracts and 3 secures. You then roll for priority, and depending on if you win or lose, your opponent may get to choose whether they're using their own secures or extracts, and then based on that choice, you'll be using whatever is left. You then, out of those 3, choose randomly. Then, I believe the player that lost priority chooses the threat.
Yeah.
So there's kind of a
And table side.
a lot going on between winning priority. That does mean you get to go first. It does mean, I believe, you also get to choose whether you're using your secures or extracts. But you do not know the threat you are playing at, which is how many characters you can bring, or what those crises are until the game is about to start.
Mike was asking if all of the tokens and sleeves are on pre-order.
No, ignore that pre-order thing. Ordered a set of... Yeah, the magnetic ones. No, they are out.
Yep.
They are out. That is I checked that on the Facebook. So let me know if that was in the Facebook store or if that was over at the 5th Trooper site, because sometimes the 5th Trooper site gets updated a little bit slower than the Facebook. But I checked it today, and the magnetic friends are in fact out. They are in fact released. There are some here even.
I will say that the thing that makes S.H.I.E.L.D. so interesting is, I'm assuming, so you've had Vince on here already once. Did he bring Fury Sr.?
Yes, he's brought Fury Sr. both times.
I feel like Fury Sr. is like just the core. Mm-hmm. It's you always take. He's just. Does he bring the thing where he drops in?
No.
Okay, he does. See, that's what I'm always wondering is like, that seems like a trap.
Yep, so it's not even in the roster. It could not be brought.
It's a neat idea. I just don't think it gets like, I don't know. I just don't think it like, again, I don't think it makes the cut. I think at this level, you're like trimming as much fat as you possibly can. You know, the fact that they both aren't taking Fearful Symmetry is just a clear idea that they have no idea how to play this game. Because if you have Kraven and you kill Spider-Man, you have to. That's the meta.
OC Panda and Mike. So I think what might be happening there is, I think they were initially supposed to come out like the first week of February, but effectively any order that's been put in, they're just shipping because they are in fact in stock. So the 5th Trooper website just probably hasn't updated yet. But yeah, I can assure you, because they are here, people have ordered them and they're using them today.
I was doing that today.
Yeah, that they are in fact out.
They're great quality too.
Yeah, they are actually legitimate Dragon Shield sleeves, so they are quality, as well as the tokens.
More pictures of Spider-Man. Give me what I want. Send me pictures. Ooh, of what? Of Spider-Man.
All right, just a real quick side before we say bye to Dr. D, so Dan can pop on for these finals. One thing I would love to see, Fearful Symmetry, right?
Yeah.
Kraven becomes Spider-Man, starts working at the Daily Bugle as well. J. Jonah Jameson says, I want pictures of Spider-Man. It's just Kraven
like Peter.
digging up Peter's corpse.
That's terrible.
It is.
What a good note to leave on.
Right.
All right.
But thank you once again. Make sure to check out the blogs over at professionalcasual.com, where Dr. D is going to do a whole lot more than teaching you to paint fearlessly. coming soon.
Maybe I'll teach you how to paint with fear.
Ooh, I actually really like that.
Do some Escher, like some.
Yeah.
I forget what's his full name.
MC?
Yeah, MC Escher. Mick Escher.
Mick Escher.
All right, bye guys.
Thank you for stopping by, Dylan.
Don't tell me what to do. Bye.
All right, and we're going to welcome Dan back. Just Dan. It's never just Dan when you're here at the Professional Casual Network, because Dan can be many things. Dan could be a competitor at some MCP. Dan could be a co-host for some MCP. Dan could be a bad GM, like on A Grim Podcast, A Perilous Adventure. He could also be a bad GM on Settling the Southlands, a Patreon exclusive show. Maybe sometimes he's a medical doctor. You know, a medical rat.
No, a medic, not a doctor.
Well, Mr. Brennan is a medical rat, I'm pretty certain.
Just Brennan is fine, thank you.
All right. As well as Zardoff on the Slithering, another Patreon exclusive show for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Once again, lots of stuff happening in the world of tabletop roleplay right now, especially with Dungeons & Dragons. So, you know you're looking for an alternative, and guess what? We got it. It is the Lost Omens podcast, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play you can find anywhere good podcasts are sold. And you can check out the video for that as well, normally only on the Patreon. Available for the first, I think, 40-ish episodes?
For Lost Omens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First 40-ish episodes for free on the YouTube. That link is right down below. Same for Gapapa. It's great. Patreon has the video episodes a week early. Everything is over there.
Such fun shows.
It really is.
If you want to laugh, take a listen to either of those.
For real.
Hi, Otis.
I feel like Atomic Mash should have an all-new scenario to run like the Super Mario Brothers 3 moment from The Wizard.
Yeah.
That would be rad as hell, actually. I
Big
like that
reveal
a lot.
on the board and everything. I thought it was going to, as I was reading that, I thought you were going to say like Super Mario Kart with a new tank. A Hydra tank just driving around. You just got to try to not get run over by it.
I think the first time I saw The Wizard was a borrowed VHS from Spankish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I feel like I've just seen it on TV. It's so bad. Did I do
But
that?
it was so, what a great movie that was. Oh, that was absolutely the wrong button there.
Classic. The girl in that movie, she was a girl at the time, she became the lead singer of a band. They left my head. They had like a minor hit called Portions for Foxes. And now I can't remember the name of the band. Babe, you know the song Portions for Foxes? What's the band name? Kyle O'Reilly.
Kyle O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Star Wars is actually a huge fan of that band. I actually named a character on somewhat representative of that.
Oh, yeah?
Kylo Ren. All right,
It's
guys.
just Rilo Kiley. That's right. Yeah. We flipped it.
Yeah.
You guys knew what I was talking about, though. Yeah, Rilo Kiley, not Kylo O'Reilly.
I love that chat
It's
gets
like yogurt
us.
and oatmeal again.
I love that chat gets us answers to game questions before we can
Everything.
even get them out of our mouths, and 1990s music questions as well.
That's so good. Jenny Lewis is her name. Yeah.
I just want to. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Just saying, I really like that album with Portraits for Fire. I know the album is called More Adventurous. Good stuff. Good indie stuff, if you're into that at all.
Super shout out to kind of everyone that has been.
Super shout out.
Which is better than a regular shout out, to be super fair. Which is better than being regular fair. But all the people that have helped put together this event, the people that have helped get us here, that have gotten us the internet that we need to be able to do what we're doing here, the Frontline Gaming community and network, Tyson, Omnis Protocol, Lexa White, Brian Watson, Rick, Danny, the whole group, and Tyson especially, getting all of these tables together, getting all this terrain assembled and painted. There are 100 tables of stuff here at LVO for both the LCQ, which was yesterday, that had 91 entrants. Today, Lexa ran a side event for a 3x3 team tournament that had 16 teams comprised of 48 players, in addition to the Invitational and the Swiss based off the Invitational, and skirmishes and scrambles going on as well.
So
Massive
much stuff.
Thank you
So
to all
fun.
of them. And Alyssa gets an insanely important shout out for keeping everyone updated on what's going on at all the other tables, and especially all of the other folks here at the Professional Casual Network, including Dan, Danny, Elizabeth, Taylor, for sacrificing his body over and over and over again for us. And more.
Taking those punches for us so we don't have to get hit by Ben.
But it for real. But
We got priority going already.
we do. So let's head right over there.
Yeah, and thank you, Tim.
No.
Yes. For
Okay.
being here the whole time, sacrificing your throat for all this talking and how dry it is in the desert.
I would actually appreciate if no one ever thanks me for sacrificing my throat again.
Wow. Vincent with priority.
It made more sense in context.
I get it.
All right, so we have Andrew and Vincent here, Kirkov. Real quick, we'll go over the rosters. We've seen Vincent a few times last game, and then the very first game that we streamed during the LCQ, and now he's in the finals. He is running Shield with Black Widow, Hawkeye, Iron Man, Nick Fury, Winter Soldier, Bullseye, Nick Cage. So I did it again because Nick Fury, the Howling Commandos, is next.
Oh,
Luke
and Lindsay.
Cage,
Sorry,
Crimson
thank you.
Dynamo, and Rhino.
Sorry, I forgot a very important shout out to my wife as well, Lindsay, who's been updating all sorts of stuff all weekend long and making sure that I'm still alive.
And she's been doing a great job throwing stuff up on the socials, especially the Facebook, showing all kinds of cool stuff, painting competitions, other games going on, all that.
Infected Gamma.
Spider Infected and Gamma Shelter. Is this the first time we've seen Gamma this weekend? That's awesome. Vince's Tactics cards in his roster: Eye in the Sky, Battlefield Medicine, Brace for Impact, Marked for Death, Helios Laser Bombardment, Heroes for Hire, Sit Rep, Sacrifice, Mission Objective, and There's a Robbery.
17 threat.
17 threat.
Ooh, 17. For Andrew, who's got up here with Avengers and Brotherhood dual roster. He's running Hulk, Captain America, Sam Wilson, Black Widow, Iron Man, Luke Cage, Juggernaut, Mystique, The Blob, Toad, and Rhino. Interesting, they have about half their rosters the same.
Yeah. So we still have really kind of no clue what's actually going to be happening and who's going to be playing what. Outside, at least one side is going to be Shield.
Yeah, that's all we know. Andrew could go Avengers or Brotherhood here. For Tactics, he's got Brace for Impact, Avengers Assemble, Helios Laser Bombardment, Fallback, Heroes for Hire, There's a Robbery, Do You Know Who I Am, Deception, Patch Up, and Escort to Safety. So surprisingly similar Tactics cards as well.
So you can see on the map we have those Gamma Shelters in blue down the center line, and we have the 5 Spider Infected in red.
They're nice and bright. We can really see these objectives easily. What we say, 17 we're doing?
They are at 17.
Interesting.
So we've seen what Vincent can do at 18 threat. So, and it's murder machines. So let's see exactly how he treats 17 over that.
They both got Rhino in their roster. I want to see one more Rhino this weekend. I keep saying, like, the last game I was on, it's like, oh, I didn't get to see Rhino. He was on a game I wasn't announcing, and then Gabe took my spot for a while, and I missed all the Rhino action. So I hope to see at least one Rhino here.
Well, and let's go ahead, once again, sound off in chat. I know we have a lot of fans of both of these people that want to see them win this massive, massive, massive event that has taken out some real incredible competition.
Yeah, it's nice to see, kudos to all the other guys playing and how well people did, but it's nice to see names I'm not super familiar with in the top here.
Well, and if you were looking at that Hydra mat, that is a new mat that's going to be on Frontline Gaming's web store. There's a link down right below for that. You can also hit !FLG to get the link to that store. Using the Professional Casual link helps us, helps support Marvel Crisis Protocol, as well as lets Frontline Gaming know that MCP is a game to double down on. More events, more streams, more.
Frontline Gaming. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Also, token and sleeves, you can get the link down below as well. It may say they're up for pre-order. Guess what? They're not. They're there.
No dog in the fight. Just want to see a great game, right? It's like you're the ref in the center. I just want to see a nice, clean game. Right, it makes me think of, what was that 90s MTV show, the clay one? Deathmatch?
Oh, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Celebrity Deathmatch. Yeah, I'd imagine that ref
Let's get
specifically.
it on. Yeah.
I want to see Fury shank Hulk. You imagine Fury going toe to toe with the Hulk. This Fury Jr. is kind of like Super Soldier Light, so
This is the final Rocky or Rookie.
this is our championship bout.
All right.
Looks like we've got Vince's shield here. A couple things I was hoping to see. We got Nick Fury Jr., of course, with his shield agents, and then his dad as well, Nick Fury Sr. in the Howling Commandos. We got Winter Soldier Bucky coming back, and Iron Man, which I believe is Vince's favorite. Oh, Vince is surprisingly sporting a Hydra t-shirt, even though he's playing shield.
He is.
And then splashing in Crimson Dynamo, who we've seen a little bit this weekend splashing, in, especially specifically in shield.
Yeah.
I like to see Crimson Dynamo is super cool.
I like it. I like all of those.
It's a
and I
nice
like
squad.
Helios laser bombardment is on both sides of the table potentially as well.
We could see that twice. He does have Helios. We've got Sit Rep, Sacrifice, Brace for Impact, and Eye in the Sky as well. We know how impactful Eye in the Sky can be, especially in shield, getting recycled.
Yeah, we've seen some incredible plays from Vincent with that too. Specifically last game on an excessive violence.
Ugh.
They helped take down a Red Skull, Master of Hydra, in round 3.
Wait,
KO'd.
no, Bucky took down Red Skull.
He dazed him. And then Fury Jr. took him out. After Eye in the Skying back into the Master of Hydra from an excessive violence, so Bob did 2 damage to his own Red Skull.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
Then Junior took him out.
Rooting for shield. No Hulk, no Voodoo, my hero.
All right. Can I get that link again? I just loaded it on my phone. Which link? So if you type in !FLG, it should come right up. You'll be able to click right on it.
No more mutants. Oh, I didn't see that pile get put down.
That Hydra map, by the way, is a brand new one. It might not be on the store yet, but
All right,
it will
we
be coming
got
soon.
Avengers on Andrew's side with Captain America, Sam Wilson, Luke Cage, Hulk, and Juggernaut. So very different list here. We've got tanky hard hitters, and then Sam.
Yeah.
And so no Helios this time. But we got Fallback, Do You Know Who I Am? Avengers Assemble, Heroes for Hire, and Patch Up. Love seeing how different these lists are.
We have a whole box. Okay.
Avengers
We got
Assemble.
some really hard hitters. We got a ton of stamina on the Avengers side. Shield has just so many models. And all the jank. Nicholas Jank Fury. Bucky looking hard to Bucky looking to spike hard into Hulk. That would be very interesting.
It is spider infected and Gamma. So you're going to try to pick up them spider infected, and then they'll, do all sorts of other stuff. Oh, Will, good to see ya.
Remind me, spider infected are the ones you pick up and then you could get pushed
Correct.
short.
Correct, and we saw that be really effective in some earlier games as well.
Oh, that does sound like a nasty combo. You incinerate with Senior with a grenade, with grenades, and then just open up with Bucky and just bop, 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 bop.
And we saw that actually very specifically from Vincent early on in the LCQ, and just what a couple days for him. He was streamed first game of the LCQ. Those videos are up over on the YouTube in a raw format, so it does show the entire stream from that day. But those will be broken down into individual matches next week. But we saw him game 1, day 1 in the LCQ. He qualified in that tournament and has come all the way to the final round of the Invitational. What a story.
Right? He knows what he's doing. I feel like that's just these Shield players. We've seen him and Dayton and possibly others. They got a plan.
Yes.
They go enact the plan.
Mm-hmm.
If the dice don't work with the plan, they just adjust and they just go.
Yeah, so that's a great question, Insidiously Mad. I'm going to have to take my glasses off from this one because this one is going to get serious. But
So we got a bunch of deployments so far. Looks like we got Iron Man at the very top on Vince's side.
They're going to be rocking 17 Threat. Also, huge shout out to House Party Protocol with Will here himself.
So we got Dynamo in the middle there. I think we've got Fury Jr. and then the Shield agents, followed up by the Fury Senior at there. Oh, Iron Man wasn't deployed. Now he is at the very bottom. Bucky at the very top there. On the left side, we've got Hulk, Sam Wilson just above him. And then Luke Cage sandwiched in between Hulk and Juggernaut. We can see just the edge of Juggernaut's base behind that pylon-y thing that I'm sure will not be in the way long. Juggernaut's not going to stay there for much time.
Another honorable mention to another Shield player that we saw today, 15-year-old Dayton.
Yeah.
First time at a big event like this. Just an incredible player to see. That was game 2 that we saw of the Invitational, and just what a player, an absolute person that's going to be the next generation. That is a career to watch as he continues to play Marvel Crisis Protocol.
The Accords are in place.
The Accords are in place. We do have a handshake.
Handshake.
On the Facebook, I'm sure there will be pictures of what is happening around this table. We are giving them a pretty wide berth of room to make sure that the finals are uninterrupted. But that is going to be an Iron Man. Starting off, he's going to grab a Spider Infected and then move back to that deployment line, sitting right on that back Gamma shelter. It does look like we are going to be going with Sam Wilson first. A nice long move up to that top Spider Infected, assuming he's going to be picking that up.
Vince did take Helios, yep.
There is a Helios on the table.
I think that worked out well for him with these big, beefy characters. Helios, throwing a ton of dice at Hulk or Juggernaut could make a big difference.
All right, same thing here. Sam Wilson going up, picking up a Spider Infected, and then moving back to that back Gamma shelter point.
Joe Manji says, look at these fools without an X-Men hop. You got long movement. You don't need the hop. Just whoop and back.
Is that Simon?
Sending Dynamo up the center. With Gamma, Dynamo's going to love just sitting back and beaming his lightning all over the place.
Also, just because they're in chat, make sure to check out Aegis Brand Studios on YouTube as well. Some great MCP content there.
Bucky grabs a Spider Infected and moves over.
All right, Bucky is going to go and pick up that northern Spider Infected. And then moves back. Looks like he's going to be within 2 to not be able to take that Gamma damage, but not within 1 to be contesting. So we have Aegis, thank you.
Oh, thanks.
B Proxy also getting that gift sub from Aegis Brand Studios.
So I know what pops up in chat when we have all the crises entered there to see exactly what they do. But Gamma got a little reworked, right? It's not 1, 2, and 3 for the points. Is it 1, 2, 2 now?
I can't remember offhand. If you want to pull it up.
I think we can just scroll up the chat
gotcha.
here.
Yeah, because I think I did update this. That's the extract. So Gamma Waves, scores 1 for close and then 2 for middle and far. So that middle one now just as important as the far one.
Juggernaut grabs Spider Infected and moves over.
Okay, so that is going to be that last box, Spider Infected.
And they're not playing too aggressively yet. They're kind of towing the line here, grabbing what they can, staying away. They don't want to get hit with range attacks right away.
Once again, huge shout out to Alyssa for keeping everyone informed of all the other games that are going on mid-match, so you don't have to wait for Longshanks to update. Just an incredible community here at LVO. Everyone kind of just making sure that everyone has access to all the information they could possibly need. One of the other commands that you can use is !Xavier to check out Jacob from Xavier Protocol and the Danger Rooms. Deep dive on the data of rosters, tactics cards, and crises taken in this particular Invitational.
I can't read. Chat's still correcting us. It's 1, 1, 2. The center point is still worth 1. It's not until you get to your opponent's Gamma shelter that it's worth 2.
Gotcha.
The commandos activate sit rep onto Crimson Diamond.
Okay, so we are getting that sit rep correct onto Crimson Dynamo. So that is going to give him a little bit of a move. Which, yes, should have him
Measuring again.
within a way to take that center spider infected.
Whoa.
Spankish. Gosh,
Wow,
dude,
thanks.
thank you. I can't believe
I
that.
just filled the chat with that 10 gift subs, man. Thank you so much.
Wow. So
Dang.
I can't, dude, that means a lot to me, man. I appreciate that. So Calamity's Child, the Mini Anarchist, Coral, Dorn, Stoic YT, Tarnium, JC, Beritus, John, Smash Captain, Rookie Boy, and Elwat1 all getting gifts from Spankish. Thank you, man.
Right?
That means a lot, man.
Appreciate that so much. All right, we got Luke Cage moving up, looks like.
Mm-hmm. So do you think it does look like he's going to be getting up there to take that spider infected? He's thinking about it. He wants to leave Hulk
He's thinking.
to go up there and kind of smash some stuff. Once Crimson Dynamo might be on that middle point. Nothing from the Federation. Listen,
Wouldn't expect it.
wouldn't expect it. You guys have been killing it all weekend, and hope you do more of this type of stuff. Me too, Spankish. Really, it's actually been super nice to have you here all weekend, dude. It's good to see you.
Mike says, who did Shield bring? They went. He's got Nick Fury Jr., Nick Fury Sr., Iron Man, Crimson Dynamo, and Bucky.
Rufael TV, also thank you for the sub.
Cage moves right in the middle, grabs the spider.
All right, Cage is in fact going to move to that middle shelter and grab a spider.
He's feeling confident up there with those arms crossed.
Yep. All right, looks like we might be going commandos here. No, they're still on the, yes. Does look like we might be doing some shield grunts. They're going to make one move up.
Take some shots in the UK.
Okay. So those shield grunts going to be making a shot here into Luke.
Ba-boom.
Showing just one on the die with 2 blocks, so no damage there.
Nothing. That steel hard skin. Mario Party 100. Hope to meet you next year.
Yeah.
Love that name too.
For real.
Marty Party. I
Marty.
couldn't read. Jeez.
Martio Party.
Just assumed it was Mario with Party there. So.
All right, so now measuring a little bit.
Fury Jr. is going to shoot with
Okay, so now Nick Fury Jr. is going to be shooting Luke as well. Wow, pretty decent roll here. So I see 2 crits, a hit, and a wild. So that's going to be 4 into 1 block. So he will take 2
Pierce
because
there.
of that unbreakable skin.
Fury Special is such a good move. I love Pierce.
Okay, so 2 will in fact go through there. It's actually, that's a lot. That's twice the amount of damage that Luke Cage normally takes.
Right? Yeah, Juggernaut does look nice. Very nice to see alternate schemes on him other than just the typical red
Yeah.
or the Deadpool 2 yellow prison uniform. There's something a little bit different here. He's white. Is this helmet gold? Juggernaut? Oh, he's moving. Yeah, I think he's
All
got
right.
kind of a golden helmet.
So we do have Hulk moving up here. Crimson Dynamo is still waiting to activate because he's going to want to line up a bunch of shocks.
Move and then a gamma leap.
So now Hulk is right on that center point. And he will be in range 2 of probably a couple targets. All right, so we're going to punch Nick Fury Jr.
Ooh. Hey, we got that face-off that Aegis was hoping for.
Yeah.
Just the opposite direction here. Hulk punching Fury. That looks like a good roll at first
This
glance.
is a good block. That's 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. So it looks like Nick Fury's going to be taking 3 here. Okay, that is the case. Nick Fury taking 3.
Oh, that's half the way. That's... Ouch.
Mm-hmm. And no push. Or electing not to. do believe it is a May.
Darth Ball says a good point. You want to Alpha Strike Jr. if you can. His leadership can be game-changing.
Nick Fury Jr. into the grunts.
All right. Nick Fury Jr. into the grunts?
Oh, he's throwing them.
Oh,
I think he got enough power from that hit that he just
Gotcha.
threw Nick Fury Jr. into his own grunts and KO'd them.
yep, they're gone.
So Nick Fury's down to 2.
Wow, Nick Fury's down to 2 already.
Yeah, so that's exactly what Andrew wants to be doing here is getting Fury gone.
Crimson Dynamo's beam into both of them.
Right, Crimson Dino hasn't gone. I forgot he hasn't gone yet because he got that sit rep move.
All right, he did get the wild, so on this first attack, which looks like it's on Luke, is going to shock him. Nope, that was on Hulk. And that shock,
Yeah, I don't think he's got range on Nick. He almost did it again. Luke Cage.
he does, because he's hitting 2 people here.
I guess so.
All right,
Cage wins.
Luke Cage blocks it all, no
He's
wild for the
taking
shot.
everything. He's just taking no damage. Like, no, thank you.
He has taken 2 damage. Luke Cage.
That's what I said.
Crimson Dynamo's rockets.
All
a
right,
good
so now we're
joke.
doing some homing rockets here. On to, looks like we're measuring, might be going on the Juggernaut. To be able to spread to,
Not get Juggernaut, we're going to beam again.
okay.
All right, never mind. We're not doing that because Juggernaut was not in range. I think his helmet was, but the base wasn't. And then we're going to beam again instead. Oh, we did that, what is it, rocket propulsion there to move up a little bit. 2 into Hulk.
He got sit wrapped up.
No, he moved because he's further up now.
Oh, gotcha, yeah. Yeah, so there must have been some thrusters. So 2 on the Hulk. Ooh, nothing there, just the 1, and he's going to block it.
Yeah, Luke Cage taking no damage all day, except for those 2 he took earlier. Oh, level 3 hype train.
Oh, thank you, everyone. So everyone is going to get some extra emotes for that. Thank you so much.
2-5 Avengers.
All right, so that's going to end round 1, 2-5, with Avengers taking an early lead.
Interesting. I didn't realize it was such high scoring. Crazy's getting 5 in round 1 is a pretty big jump.
I mean, with between gamma shelters, there's 4 possible points there and 5 spider infected.
Oh, we got to hydrate after you finish updating those. Oh, everybody's in range of gamma. No gamma damage.
What was the score again? I'm sorry.
5 to 2.
5 Avengers.
All right.
Oh, do you want to update your Andrew to say Avengers?
Yes,
Since we weren't sure which affiliation he was going.
Yeah, we left it blank because we just didn't know which way that was going to go. Avengers.
Avengers. And then we have to hydrate. I've got just water this time.
No caffeine. I think it's 5-3. 2 spiders and 1 gamma for Vincent.
Luke Cage moves to the spiders.
And that's what our eye in the sky said, 2 to 5. So we'll double check things.
Taylor? Shouldn't it be 5-3? Because Vincent had 2 spiders and 1 gamma?
Okay, yeah, so they missed a point somewhere. So once again, as always, Chad is correct. Vincent will have 3 points here. Taylor's just kind of reminding them.
Chat,
He
thank
just
you for
counted
that.
something. So, well, yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. Surprised that didn't get picked up by, I mean, because we have TO right there as well.
It's good. Sometimes it's good to be skeptical
Yep.
and say, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah, chat for real. You saved that one. Man, imagine that.
I like that. As much as I want Andrew to win, we should play fair, says Neo Kenobi. And yeah, absolutely. Like, especially something like that it wasn't so much just like forgetting to use a superpower or something. Like, he scored that point. He should have it. Absolutely.
100%. It looks like Taylor is mostly healed from Ben's throttling earlier.
Looks like he cut his nose open shaving with that big old wad of tissue up there.
Right.
Spender and a Crimson Dynamo disruption field.
All right. So we are going to get a Hulk smash.
Hulk smash, but
with
he's
the
using disruption field.
No wilds yet, so that's no stagger. Ooh.
Oh, not a great. And then he's got to reroll 2 of those.
That disruption field could be mint here because he's already currently blocking 3. He's going to reroll the crits. Hopefully, he doesn't go into a wild.
It goes into just 1, so 1 damage. In the Crimson Dynamo reduces it to a minimum of 1, so he gets the 1 through, which is and no throw.
Wow,
that is rough.
Vincent really needed that. No stagger, no throw, only a single damage. Wild. That desert air a little different than upstate New York. Yes, sir, you are very correct. Not only were we getting shocked like every few seconds the first couple days, we have been bleeding like no one's business.
Throwing Dynamo into Fury.
He's shocked when we touch anything.
Okay, so Hulk is going to be mad after that Hulk smash and going to throw he's going to throw Crimson Dynamo into Fury Jr. Brace will get used here from Vincent.
Yeah, that makes sense. Crimson Dynamo's size 3. They're doing a bunch of damage.
Declared a strike into Fury, we're thinking.
Okay, so we're thinking about potentially eyes in the sky here to get away from this strike.
Yeah, you want to keep Fury alive. Him being this beat up already, not ideal. Looks like he is. So I'll probably just strike into Crimson Dynamo instead, since he won't really have any other targets.
Like sacrifice on Iron Man.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Sacrifice into Iron Man instead.
If your nose is bleeding, it means you're picking it too much or not enough. Okay, so Iron Man currently taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blocking just 1 of it. So it'll take a
reduce it,
total
so he
of
takes
3.
three.
And a push.
Thank you, Spankish. I appreciate that. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are in the finals of the Las Vegas Open Invitational. We have Vincent Karkov on the right side of the screen playing Shield, going up against Andrew Olschwager, playing Avengers with Hulk, Sam, Luke, and Jugs. We're going to get a Gamma Leap. I was almost GIF in there. A Gamma Leap from Hulk,
Jam,
potentially putting him closer to that back line, or is he just going to get smacked up in the middle of the point? But if you missed it yesterday, or Friday actually, Vincent qualified. He was the first game on stream. That video is up over at the YouTube. Link is down below. In the first game on stream, he just happened to be on, qualified in the LCQ that day, and has made it all the way to the finals.
It's awesome. Really appreciate Andrew following rules to the letter here, placing down that movement tool, that measurement tool, where it was how Hulk was clearly landing within 2, but he put it down anyway as per the rules there, just to show that there's no funny business anywhere. I like that adherence.
Grenades into Hulk, 1 damage.
Grenades!
All right, so now he is incinerated,
Now this opens up the door for Bucky.
and 2 is going to go through. That's 3 damage from Senior. All right. Well done.
That was a commando builder. That's it.
Winry says, Andrew has always been a super clean player, a real joy to play against. Well, I'm
Nice.
really glad he made it to the finals then.
That's awesome.
The first time we've seen him on stream as well, so pretty exciting here.
So we might see Hulk get Helios this turn. I feel like it's a little early for that. I can't imagine Vincent has that much power on him to really get a strong laser in.
But he's beating up Hulk because that will probably be the intended target for that Helios, if not Juggernaut. Especially if he can get him dazed.
Yeah, having an incinerate on him already, he still has like his whole squad to go. Like he could go for blood, that green gamma blood, and try to just take Hulk off the table.
Yeah, that Hulk being up there that close is somewhat of what Vincent wants. As he said in those interviews after that first game and after the last game, those big buckets of health, he loves to just incinerate and then fire line down.
Oh, that's a good point. The Trid says you get a bunch and then follow up with Helios. Do a bunch of builders throughout your activations, then finish them off with Helios.
Shield throw into Dynamo.
I don't hate that at all.
Shield throw into Dynamo. We're not getting the ricochet here.
No damage.
He will get a power for that still. And Spankish, no, the orientation of the character does not matter. You can absolutely 360 no scope out of your back into someone that is within range and line of sight.
Insidiously Mad, that is Iron Man that Kirchhoff has repositioned into more of a superhero landing pose.
That is officially confirmed as a conversion, by the way.
I confirmed it with my own eyes as well.
That's true. Did he get thrown or eyes? So he did eyes. No, he didn't. He is going to move back here with Sam.
Oh yeah, he was pushed by Hulk's builder when he sacrificed it on the Iron Man, took a little bit of damage, and then got pushed back.
So a lot of Vincent's defensive tactics cards are kind of off the table, both sacrifice and brace.
All right, we're asking for a TO ruling measurement here. So Omnis has been just kind of watching the top table to help out.
But so while that's going on, guys, if you are unaware, ProfessionalCasual.com is the home of a whole bunch of actual play RPG podcasts, as well as Wait, Did I Roll a Wild? You can find all sorts of blogs there as well. Dr. Dylan from Fury's Finest Painting Contest has been writing some blogs about how to paint without fear. It's a great place to learn and upgrade your paint game, as well as in the Discord, which you can get into by typing !Discord for the freemium version, or any level of the Patreon, even the $1 tier, or being a subscriber here gets you access if your Twitch is linked to your Discord.
Fury is just outside of range 3 of Luke Cage, so he's going to have static builders on.
Okay, so we are going to get another builder into Hulk here. I think Andrew is kind of realizing what this, what's kind of happening here.
Heroes for hire.
He's considering Heroes for Hire. That might be actually super valuable here.
Little dice plays. This is a pretty good stream, guys. Good work. Hosts look a little too similar, though.
Not the first time we've gotten that.
And no, we're not brothers.
He does have a brother named Tim. It's just not this Tim. All right, just one
damage.
Through.
He did want to put that attack into Luke Cage, but he measured and was just a little bit out.
We're going to do it again.
Do it again?
All right.
We'll get a tally of just how much damage Hulk has taken after this attack.
Gainer, not builder.
Gainer. And that's a pretty solid one. I'm seeing 3 shown with a crit, doesn't convert, and only 1 block, so it looks like 2 is going to go through.
Kit.
Hulk's not puny banner.
Hulk not puny banner, re-rolling.
Oh, that's going to upgrade that 1. So Hulk is only going to take
2 goes
there.
through. How much damage is on Hulk now? I've lost track. It's got to
2
be
go
pretty
through,
high.
only 1 should go. Oh, the Pierce. Gotcha.
8.
He's taken 8 so far? Okay, not quite as much as I thought, but still.
Thank you, Jimmy Jams.
That hurts.
Why have 1 handsome face when you can have 2?
Grunts drop down on top of the building.
Bringing them grunts back, calling in the cavalry.
Tim's dad has no legs.
He said, fun fact for those that are new, Tim's dad has no legs.
Dad, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Son, if you're watching, don't repeat that.
Just keep flexing.
Yeah, just keep flexing. Just dab on him.
Go dab on your grandpa.
All right.
Juggernaut is going. You didn't see much from him from round 1, but he's got to get in the fray here and help out his big green buddy. I'm assuming that's a move to gain power. That's the only problem with the Juggernaut push is that it's the same as the move, so I can't tell exactly. I'm assuming he's doing it to build power, though, and then pushing would be my guess here. We'll bump into Crimson Dynamo, do a damage.
Yeah, especially on someone that has that invulnerability, right? There's a lot of benefit there.
Juggernaut into Crimson.
Perfect.
Exactly. Good call, Dan.
So we thought.
Weaken that boy up.
Who has 4 left?
He's now at 4 remaining stamina.
All right, now we got a big strike here coming into somebody. Looks like he might be looking for Howling Commandos he's measuring to. I think they were just out. Hard to tell.
Also, if there's anyone out there that notices this big blank space right over here, feel free to hit us up if you want to advertise your events or, whatever you do.
Strike in a dynamo.
We are striking in the dynamo. This will be a bunch of dice.
Think about nine scale.
All right, because he gets that back. I was about to say, didn't he just get that? But Toast, you want to do exclamation point Xavier for the link to the article about the event, breakdown of things. Eye in the sky and moving away.
I mean, that's going to put someone else in heavy danger, though, is it not?
Nick Fury Jr.
Yeah.
That should be able to daze him with a punch.
That's surprising that he's willing to put Fury in danger like that.
He's outside of 2 now.
He is outside of 2,
okay.
so he can't hit Dynamo, but now he's going after Jr.
Striking a Fury, disruption field.
Oh, disruption field.
Okay. So, 2 blocks. Looks like he's golden. 2 blocks, 2 hits.
Oh, because interesting that he loses those extra dice.
Because it would be the next attack. So it'd be similar like to Death's Decree or Master Swordsman, where once that target is gone, that buff is gone too.
And if he did daze... Jimmy James, I love that so much.
We got a 3-person beam right now.
Dynamo
Exclamation
setup.
point Iceman win. Yeah, please.
What an incredible eye in the sky. Not only was that a defensive,
So
incredible
good.
play that sets Hulk, Juggernaut, and Luke Cage all up to be shocked and some chip damage.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well done. So we're talking about targeting order here is very important. Luke Cage has that bodyguard. He could take some hits for somebody else.
What an incredible play, guys. And also check out Vincent Kirchhoff on YouTube, where he has gone and has some really good video essays on how to play this particular roster. So we're on Cage first. Whoa, we're showing 5. Cage
Yeesh.
blocking 1.
Reducing
This
it
looks
to
like
3.
Yeah.
He takes
3.
3. I think he's got 1 left. Since he did take 2 in the last round.
Aegis Brand, what you missed was Juggernaut moving up, bumping into Crimson Dynamo, going to punch him. Then Eyes in the Sky moves him away. He goes to attack Fury, loses the additional dice from the move. That
Juggernaut next.
Eyes in the Sky also set up Crimson Dynamo for a 3 beam, which is happening right now.
Nice punch.
Nice punch. Juggernaut's not going to take any. Luke Cage took 3 from this beam. Juggernaut took nothing, and now it's going on the Hulk.
No.
It was an incredible move. Incredible move. All right, we're showing 3 so far. Hulk is only blocking 1. And he's going to convert 1 of those. So that's going to be 3 damage going into Hulk.
Ooh.
He can't really do anything about it.
That puts him up to 11.
Wow.
And the last one's on Juggernaut, right? Did he zap Juggernaut
No,
already?
he did zap Juggernaut.
Oh, I missed
He
that.
took 1 nice punch to into nothing.
Oh, okay.
No wilds, I think, on any of those.
Yeah, for real. And he can just do it again. Totally true, yeah. That's 6 attacks in 1 activation. That's impressive.
All right, so we're going to do the same exact thing, starting with Luke Cage.
Do it again.
Hoping to get Luke Cage out of it so he can't bodyguard for Hulk. All right, only showing 2 so far with no
Oh,
blocks.
no successes. I think that's a dazed Luke Cage.
He's dazed.
He reduces it, but it's not enough. He still gets dazed.
Wow.
Just clarifying order of operations here.
For Sam's affiliation ability. So
Oh, that's really
if someone
important,
gets
yeah.
moved out of the target line here, all of the targets have been declared at the start of the beam.
Yeah, it's one of those interesting things for beams and area attacks that even though he's getting moved, he was there, he was declared a target already, you just then resolve the attacks afterwards.
Yeah.
One of those things I kind of like. At first it seems a little counterintuitive, but I think it's streamlined. There's no argument about it. It's pretty simple. Andrew is in a little bit of trouble here, yeah.
It looks like the Sam trigger is going to be on, looks like it's measuring the range for, and rightfully so, on Helios from Iron Man. because Hulk does not want to be there if that Helios is going to go off, because he is sitting at 9 left.
Oh, right, his bodyguards works a little bit differently. Tarnium, I believe, didn't he already use Heroes for Hire?
He did already use Heroes for Hire.
I don't think it's an option at this point.
So it is going to move Hulk away. He'll gain a power. He'll also heal 1. That means he'll have 10 left now. His second attack is on to Juggernaut. It does look like the shock will happen now.
We finally got a wild there.
With a nice punch, he's probably going to be taking 2. Okay. And a shock to Juggernaut.
Zap.
Hulk removed Incinerate.
Oh,
okay.
Sam's leadership is so good. Hulk gets a move, healed a little bit, and got rid of Incinerate.
And
we'll
a
get
power.
one more lightning strike into Hulk here.
All right, not looking super heavy on either side. No damage.
No damage.
Getting that Incinerate off was a great call.
Yeah, Andrew needed some good defense rolls there after
Yep.
that onslaught of lightning. Woof.
Yeah, so just to reiterate that, so once a beam is declared, the targets are locked in. Even if people get out of that beam afterwards, they are still a target of the attack.
Yeah, for round 2 here, but neither Bucky nor Iron Man have gone, I believe.
Rocket Boots.
Rocket
Stay
Boots.
2 away from Bucky.
Rocket Boots to stay 2 away from Bucky,
Within 2.
or the thrusters.
Within.
What's the
so
damage on
stay
Hulk?
within 2 of Bucky.
Hulk has 10 damage on him right now. He was up to 11, but Sam got him out of harm's way a little bit, so he's got 10 left now.
So what's the significance staying within 2 of Bucky? Is that for disruption field?
Well, and not being within range for...
Avengers are out of activations.
Okay.
Oh, Avengers are done.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke Cage hadn't gone this round, I don't think. So yeah, he just gets to play last couple of things.
And Hydra tactics as well, so he can kind of get halfway, if not all the way across the board, leaping off of all of his buddies.
I love asking a question and like 6 or 8 people answer in the chat right away. Thanks.
Bucky is going to go blasting.
Yeah, he's gonna have fun.
Yep.
Shooting Hulk.
Shooting Hulk.
Bucky's going to shoot the Hulk here.
He's no longer incinerated, so he's not as bad a shape here. But
So we got the wild for the bleed.
we
It
get
does
a-
look like he's
no
going to block
hits, though.
both of the hits and no actual hit markers for the follow-up.
So we just started blasting
No rapid fire second action shoot.
the Hulk.
Going to do it again. He doesn't trigger it this time either, with 0 successes on that roll.
Wow. Andrew
All right.
needed that.
Yeah, Andrew did really need that.
After Crimson Dynamo's activation, he needed a whiff.
Yeah, he probably should have tactics up for the reroll. Maybe he thought he didn't need it. But Bucky certainly hasn't been performing in a way where...
Vincent says Iron Man with his iron plan.
The Iron Man with his iron plan apparently is going up. Do we Helios at this point? I mean, just Crimson Dynamo alone has got to have a ton of power still.
AI repulsor blast.
Okay, Fighter AI Repulsor Blast into Hulk.
So he's going to get the push, showing 3 so far. Crit not converting and only 1 on the defense.
Thinking about Hulk and a puny banner probably.
Looks like he's
Nope.
going to go for that.
And then
Gonna
nice
reroll
reroll. Nothing out of it though.
No conversions.
He takes 2. Iron Man's push is sweet, unsized, so he can shove Hulk back where he wants a bit.
That is going to have Hulk with 8 stamina remaining.
Shoving him back into that little barricade, looks like.
Andrew does not have escorts, no. Andrew has patch up, fall back, Heroes for Hire, which has been used, Avengers Assemble, which has been used, and Do You Know Who I Am? Wait, maybe Avengers Assemble? Hasn't been used, but I
I
thought it
don't
was.
think he used Avengers Assemble unless I missed it.
Stretch, knuckle roll, thank you.
We have 8 to 6 at the end of the game.
8 to 6 shield.
Yeah, 8 to 6
Avengers?
Avengers.
Okay.
Avengers still scoring 3 there. Wow. Oh, because I don't think anybody's really dropped spiders.
All right. That's
And he's still holding that middle one, I think, with Juggernaut. I don't think Dynamo's within range, maybe. Looks like 8-6, Avengers above Shield. That's a good point, Rogue Agent. I'll hydrate anyway.
Oh, another stress. Thank
Another
you, Cliff
one.
Jumper.
Stretch. I'm trying to crack my neck. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Get the blood flowing a little bit.
All right.
Can use the bathroom. Yeah, this would probably be a good point. The game is not going to end the next 5 minutes. You're okay.
Don't say that. You never know. It's LCP.
Spankers comes back. Oh, yeah, they shook hands. It's over. He's conceded.
And then a hydrate.
Hydrate. I'm sorry, that was right in the mic crinkly bottle.
The only character on the table taking damage from Gamma is the Grunts.
The only one taking damage from Gamma was
The grunts. The
grunts.
shield agents are way up there. All right. At least Andrew gets priority since he got beat up that round.
All right, so looking at Spider Infected there, does look like the one on, is that Bucky will trigger?
Nobody on Avengers side gets pushed from Spiders. Bucky gets pushed.
And then just Bucky move into the back line, making him have to spend maybe some power on Hydra Tactics.
And Iron Man is not.
Iron Man is also good.
That's a good idea, loaded dice plays. We could throw it up there somewhere in the future. Just list the 2 crises.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the bots, but we're trying to get those down a little bit, not use as many of them. So putting that information on the board is something we can absolutely implement. And that's one thing too. You absolutely feel free to let us know ways we can improve the stream. You are who it is for. We had a suggestion yesterday to make the dice box a little bit bigger, move it to a separate area of the screen, and we did. And I think that lets people see that a little bit better. So we are always looking to improve to provide a better experience.
Is Rogue Agent, is that Shane?
Do you know who I
Said
am?
more Ben.
Crimson Dynamo into Nick Fury.
Oh, do you know who I am? Throwing Crimson Dynamo into Fury. That should.
A rogue agent is Dizzard. It's one of my favorite people and an X-Force ally. No, this is Patrick.
So that's 4 damage into Fury.
He's going to block 2.
Did get a crit there. Looks like he's going down.
Nick Fury dazes.
He is dazed.
He will get a victory point for that, though. It'll bring him up to 7. This is why he likes to play down.
Yeah. Well, being down 1 or 2 is not a big deal for Shield. They don't mind it at all.
Goes up to 7.
Beautiful. That's a VP. That's a paddling. That also means no eye in the sky this round. So what a way to start that off for Andrew, getting that offline. A character tracker would be incredible. This is something I've been working on for a long time, and it is a technical nightmare.
I bet.
I want that so bad, though. One of the things with web tools, especially at conventions, is just a heads up, we're on 5 megabytes down and 3 up right now. So if you're impressed that we were able to pull this off with 3 megabytes a second upload, you should
We are
be.
too.
It has taken a lot of work to get this done.
We're contact.
So you know what? I have contacts too. Absolutely could have done that.
Well, my beard is redder,
That's true.
obviously. Tim's taller. He's tall torso Tim.
I could just take my hat off so you can know. It was like the bald one, and then the other one.
Who's wearing a white skull cap? Oh, no, that's just the glare in Tim's head.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so, also consider yourself saved because the lights in here are actually pretty bright. So it is preventing me from solar flaring you throughout the match.
Usually Tim's wearing plaid as well, but we're sporting our Frontline Gaming shirts.
Yeah.
Boom. So we usually look a bit more different that way. I'll get a face tattoo.
Yes. Nope, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Patreon goal, Dan face tattoo.
Aiden Hutchison face tattoo.
I don't know what that means.
Rookie on the Lions this year. He always paints his face the same way. It's like this
nice.
dag down the side of on the left side of his face. Bearded Krillin is best Krillin.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Destructo disc.
Man's got a penchant for machines, let me tell you.
I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z in a long time, but I get that reference.
Luke Cage walks over and picks up the spider.
All right, Luke Cage is going to walk over and pick up the spider infected that was dropped by Nick Jr.
I was trying to think of something to go along with Nick Jr. there. That was good. And then it looks like he's probably going to be running away with that spider infected.
So that medium movement should have him not contesting that back gamma
within-
shelter, but will be within the 2 to not take damage from it.
Yeah.
That no damage from Bucky was rough. Yeah, it absolutely has kept Andrew in this, and he is making use of that opportunity.
Patch up Hulk for 5.
And
Gonna
then patching
patch
up
up
Hulk
Hulk
for
for
full
5.
5. Wow, that should be only 5 damage on Hulk. That is a swing.
7.
Oh, he's down to 7.
He did take 2 more from.
I can't math, man.
That's fair.
Still, only being down 7 is a big difference.
What a wild ride for Hulk. 9, then 10, then 11, then 12, then healing a little bit from Sam. Now back to 7 with a patch up.
It was a great use of Luke Cage's activation. Just, hey, this is mine now. Here you go, Hulk. Have a, was it a Genzo bean? What are those called? Little beans that eat in Dragon Ball.
Sensu
Sensu
beans.
bean.
Commandos, grenade into Juggernaut.
All right, so the Commandos are going to go into Juggernaut. They are looking.
Incinerate.
Nothing but incinerates.
That's what they're looking for.
Grenades!
Anyone watching Benta LVO? I'm over in Utah, but I was thinking about going next year. I would absolutely go next year.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And that's a great builder, showing, wow, 5 into Juggernaut with 1 defense. Nice punching it maybe down to 2.
Ooh. He's taking 4?
The second attack, it is
He doesn't have power for a nice punch.
Oh.
So that is going to be 4 going through. Incredible. How can you make DBZ references with you? We obviously did do the fusion dance.
please didn't fuse together.
Dim.
Tan.
It's garbanzo beans. With Cliff Jumper, that's awesome. Yeah, this is the best game. I've played a number of miniature games over my years, and this has far and away been my favorite. The first game I've ever played where I felt like I need to just have everything for it, too.
Yeah.
Not that you have to, but it's just, I love options.
Yeah, so the characters with spiders currently are Juggernaut, Luke Cage, and Sam Wilson. On the opposite side, I believe,
I can't remember. I want to say Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Taylor.
Might have
Who's
been
got a
Bucky.
spider on Vince's side?
Definitely Iron Man.
Iron Man.
First action
Iron Man
of the
and
game.
Bucky?
Oh, yeah, because there are 5.
Because there are 5 of them. That makes sense. Math again.
We did it. We figured it out.
The chat already knew. Thanks, Neil.
This and Moonstone are my favorite 2 skirmishes. I don't think I've played Moonstone.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah.
What was Moonstone?
Juggernaut walks over.
Juggernaut's walking up, getting that power. No eye in the sky, right? So we can benefit that extra power.
So, builder into.
All right. So with that disruption field, it's going to convert 2 hits into 2 hits, but we'll get rid of the wild.
Yeah, Commandos take 2.
Commando's going to take 2 from a Jugger punch.
Thank you.
They have 3 left now.
Chat even says bless you when you sneeze.
Right?
I was kind of wondering.
Also, make sure if you are interested in some of the other games going around here,
Nothing stops. He rams into him.
he's going to ram into the Commandos as well, doing 1 more. But if you are interested in some of the results and current scores of the other games, Alyssa is right here, willing and able to
And
let you know.
dead.
You bumped both of them? That's pretty cool. Damage
You
to
can only
the...
ever do damage once, though, I believe, right?
I'm not sure.
He did it twice.
Oh, gotcha.
He just shoved himself twice. That makes more sense.
Could we say Curva next time instead?
Well, he even spelled it differently and it still flagged it.
Huh. Curva. Yeah. We're learning. And then Juggernaut is done. We're learning all the Polish today, folks. When's the next event for you guys? So it will probably be Adepticon.
We
We may
Excited for
try
that.
to stream an event next month at Bearded Dragon Games that hopefully we can apply and get it approved to be an LVO qualifier, but if we do, then we'll stream that. But otherwise, it will be the entire week of Adepticon.
And just for those that aren't aware, we do stream our own games from our local game store on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We like to try out all kinds of casual lists, try to show the new stuff as soon as we can, and just have a good time playing.
Starting with Luke Cage.
All right,
Beaming
another-
again, hitting Luke Cage first. We won't be having one tomorrow because we'll all be traveling back home still, but
All right, 2 go through on Cage from the beam
zap.
and that shock. But yeah, we also stream a Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog, a podcast every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, called Wait, Did I Roll a Wild? If you've heard of the Power Bottom 10, we're your guys.
You right? We talk about news from the week, things upcoming.
Heroes for Hire.
Love Wild speculation, of course.
Next one is going into Sam. Luke Cage will make use of Heroes for Hire here.
Oh, so we didn't use it before. Okay.
Looks like
We
it.
were joking about that.
Correct. Patch up is used and Heroes for Hire, looks like. Wow, okay, showing 4 there. That was certainly the time to do it. Converting to 5, only blocking
Ooh.
1. That's going to be a dazed Luke Cage.
It'll be a KO'd Luke Cage, potentially. But it reduces down to 3. He is still KO'd.
He is KO'd.
He's dropping that spider infected. He just picked up.
Once again, everyone, please give Alyssa a huge shout out in the chat for all of the updates that she's been doing constantly all weekend. Especially those of you, we can't have every game on stream, obviously, but for those of you following Parker or Art, Dayton, a lot of the Danger Room guys, like, she's been instrumental there. Alyssa is the MVP.
Juggernaut uses the affiliation ability, moves and removes Incineroar.
Right,
right.
Juggernaut's no longer incinerated because of Sam Wilson's all new, all different.
What's the friendly local game store in Oneana nowadays? Guess what? We have 3. We hang out at Bearded Dragon Games and Hobbies, which has just moved to a new, bigger location, more tables, more room for events, so we're excited for that. This beam is going into Hulk. Looks like he's going to be blocking 2. Only 3 is happening, but that shock will happen on that Hulk.
Taylor is our eye in the sky. He's letting us know play-by-play exactly what's happening in the game. So we're a little ways away from the players. We don't always know exactly who's attacking who with what and everything. So Taylor lets us know, so we can let you know. We've tried it without somebody there. It's really difficult.
It's very difficult. There's-
Especially that game when the Montreal guys were playing. They did the whole thing in French, and we had zero clue.
They asked us if they could do that beforehand, and we said absolutely, and it was a blast. That video is up from the Midgard LVO qualifier series that's on the YouTube. You can check that one out. That was a lot of fun.
That's got to be a really funny game to watch, but how much we were joking throughout the entire game.
Yeah.
There's so many points where we're so confident that this character's doing this, and then it's like, oh, no, that was a totally different person. It's really good.
Yeah, we really appreciate Taylor. Like, his literal face has been bleeding most of this game, and he's just been shoving tissues up there. That is not a joke.
You're right.
Shield throw, Dynamo.
He sacrifices his body for this role.
So shield throw into Dynamo, 4-on-4. Looks like he does get the ricochet. 1-on-1 as far as hits and defenses here. So nothing will happen.
For the ricochet.
Oh, there's no
target for
target for the
ricochet.
ricochet.
Command access.
Another one going out. This time, 1 damage will happen.
Oh,
He's got 1
always.
left.
Well, I've never banned anybody.
But just once again, a huge shout out. So sound off in chat too, thanking Dan, Lindsay, Elizabeth, Danny, everyone.
Power for Helios.
He's
There
got
we
power
go,
up for Helios right now, so this is a great
Helios.
time for this. Thank you. But yeah, Dan, Danny, Alyssa, Ben, Dr. D, Lindsay, Elizabeth, Taylor, Omnis, Lexa White, Rick, Danny, a different Danny, Brian Watson, Tyson, Frontline Gaming. All of these people have made this possible. Massive shout out to all of you. What's the sit rep on Zach's game? Alyssa's already headed over there.
At least she got up and ran.
Adepticon stream and AK. Listen, we will be hardwired in there with some pretty decent internet. We might be able to make something like that happen.
Thanks, Wargaming Dead. So, measuring to see if we can catch Hulk in the Helios.
I would say Alyssa hype train, but that sounds
Look
wrong.
like it. Looks like we're going to need to move first. Looks like we're going to stay in range of that gamma shelter and then have that laser come down from the sky and obliterate the Hulk.
All right, so we got the Helios here.
The goal here is to peel Hulk, and he's got 12 stamina.
All right.
He wants to get rid of Hulk, but Hulk still has 12 stamina left, so that's not likely, even with a healthy Helios.
But you never know. You know what I mean? It all comes down to whether those dice want to comply.
Especially if he has to move to get in range of it anyway, so he can't like follow it up, finish him off with a little repulsor blaster or homing rockets or something.
Taylor, how many dice is this Helios? Do we have that number yet?
Taylor.
Go with Bucky first.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we're not doing
gonna
Helios yet. We're asking if we knew how many dice it was, but looks like
We were doing some math.
So I think
changing his mind for now anyway.
Bucky first, get some more power as well. Soften him up is the way to go. Only one
Yeah.
block, but it is a crit, showing 2 hits so far. That is going to be 1 more damage through, 1 more power for the inevitable Helios.
That's a good point, Toast. If the Helios doesn't quite work, then you're looking at a Hulk with a ton of extra attack
Hulk's
dice.
not puny banner.
Hulk not puny banner, re-rolling that.
He only needs to convert 1, and he does. That'll be no damage.
Still a power for Bucky, right? His a gainer?
I can't recall.
I'll look it up quick.
Only
see if I can
1
beat
on the
Jack.
second, no damage there.
Oh, I turned my keyboard off. What did I do that for?
It is a builder. Thank you, Toast.
I knew he'd beat me to it.
I thought it was too. It's one of those things where some things change to gainers.
I'll turn my keyboard back on. I can always recharge it.
Ooh, that's got to be a match to see. Simon, Mr. Vodka Blitz, going up against Mandalorian Orange.
Just finished. Wow, 9-16 for the Guardians. It's the only rapid fire builder in the game. Okay, that makes sense.
Can't spend power if you're dazed, that's right.
Can't spend power if you're dazed.
So we may get to a point here where Helios has to wait till next turn. Nick Fury offline.
So we're getting some measurements from Hulk here.
Zach, what an up-and-comer.
I'm trying to figure out what he's probably measuring this to be out of range 5, force Iron Man to move to get there.
He's outside of range 2 of Crimson Dynamo.
He moved it to be outside of range 2 of Crimson Dynamo. And then throw him, it looks like.
Yep.
Was that Strongest Avenger or is that Thor?
Move twice to be inside. Both get dazed. Commandos and Crimson Dynamo with it.
Oh, they're both.
Oh,
Oh, the
okay.
dazes both of them. Wow. It's definitely going to have to wait for Helios now. Better Hulk activation than last round.
Great Hulk turn there.
Picks up the extract, takes damage from the
All right, he must have said he was just within range 2 to do the throw then.
AI Juggernaut.
Strongest one there.
What is Hulk at now? With some heals and some bleeds, what's Hulk sitting at?
I can't hear.
What is Hulk sitting at now? All right, so this is a Friday.
9 damage
9.
on him?
9 damage taken.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a Friday AI Repulsor Blast into Juggernaut. We're showing 3 on the hits. I'm sorry, 4 on the hit, none on the defense. Oof. Nice punching down to 3 damage.
Juggernaut's dazed.
And he's dazed, so ignore that nice punch. That
No
was a
reason
joke.
to do it if you're dazing anyway.
Mandatory push before damage is dealt.
And that push is before damage is dealt. So that will happen anyway. Consider
I've been
that.
sleeping on Iron Man's Repulsor Blast. I forgot that it's push unsized and it's before damage is dealt.
And with Friday AA now, it's normally paying for itself. with that cost reduction.
Yeah, with Friday Ag going down a power, it was his only change in the update, and it was a solid change.
Yes, Lou the Lunatic, the games will be kept on YouTube. Link is right down below for that. The LCQ qualifier from day one is up there currently in a raw format. That is just 2 long videos. Those will be cut up into individual matches next week. Avengers affiliation going off on Hulk. He's going to heal up even more. That should put him to what, 8 now damage? Also, once again, thank you for all the follows, including T-Fang Gamer, Essie, and Zeke the Beast.
Making sure he's outside of 5.
Outside of 5 of Iron Man. Great. And going to get rid of Shock.
Nice.
All right. Who has
still
to
has
activate?
to activate? Dynamo and the Howling Commandos are dazed. I think Nick Fury Jr. can still go this. No, he dazed this round. Iron Man just went. Bucky's gone. I think we have Sam left, maybe? Juggernauts. Oh, nope, never mind. That's it. That's the round.
10 Avengers. Guys, this couldn't get closer. This is exactly what you want to see in the final.
Yeah.
Both teams on edge.
Avengers are keeping their lead, but it's getting slimmer. Actually, it's the same as it was. Same difference as it was last round, but
It's a smaller gap.
somebody could win this round potentially. We saw Avengers score 5 in turn 1. So if they do that again here, they could take it.
Iron Man was underrated, absolutely. When the YouTube VOD goes up, link all the videos, but especially the one with the teenager who played that awesome match, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now that video has been sent, the big long raw video of it, but that is currently exporting to the YouTube. So that will probably go up today, the big long form version of it, and because it was an early match, it should be pretty easy to find. Hulk is going to move from the Spider Infected.
Oh, that's rough. That takes him way out of position.
Johnny number 5 alive, thank you for the follow, as well as Issa Tout Court.
Sam also moves.
Sam also
Getting a
gets
lot of
displaced.
move on this
Yikes.
one.
Not as big of a deal for Sam. He's been kind of holding back and keep just getting points anyway, but
Iron Man moves.
Iron Man also displaced. He's a little further up the table, so it's not as bad for him, but he wants to be in range of that Helios.
I love the chaos of this. At the end here, everyone moving around a little bit. You have plans going into round 4 where it just gets more and more heated, and you can't rely on that plan as soon as the round starts.
He also moves.
Bucky also moving.
Spider people are rowdy.
Spiders,
Yeah.
spiders.
So Mike, the Spider Infected, you got to roll while you're holding them, and as you roll a skull, they get moved. They get placed by your opponent within short range of where they are. So
It's got to be multiple things because they just moved off of a crit as well.
okay.
All right,
It just happened to trigger a bunch of times there, which is kind of rare.
We have a lot of injuries here around the table as well. Fury, the Commandos, Crimson Dynamo.
Hit trigger wild move you. Okay, so
Luke.
it's half the time.
Luke Cage as well. A lot of dazes here. What is the power on Fury?
It's got to be pretty good. Oh, he didn't have a ton of health when he got dazed, so it might not be too high. I'm not sure.
Hey Taylor, how much power is on Fury?
Junior. He's got 6. Okay, he is pretty stacked.
Oh, stretch. Merzane, good to see you, man. Ooh.
Seniors at 8.
Okay. Senior at 8.
Wow.
Dynamo's full? Yoik. Oh, because he's been zapping everybody, gaining all kinds of power.
What if we see like a 30 die?
Got Hydrate, too.
Oh, thank you, Spankish.
Juggernaut just flipped, so it might be worth the Helios
And
Juggernaut
another
off
one
the table.
from
Oh,
Rosane.
okay, I'll drink some more water.
And that one splashed me that time.
How'd you miss your mouth?
They just fixed up the shield agent's days and cleanup. They weren't near the game.
Oh, Shield Agents got dazed in the cleanup phase because they're too far from the Gamma shelter.
Posture check as well, bud. And a stretch. Spank a shot. All right. Doing a posture check again.
A sit-up straighter.
Ooh.
Shield guns will likely kill Jugs.
Spankish, if you like making us dance, you got to check out the Monday night streams.
Oh, no.
There's so many more redemptions turned on. Obviously, we can't do it for an event like this, but you can affect characters, what they can do. You can ban powers. You can give people power, take it away.
Make us talking funny voices.
Make us talk in funny voices, take our glasses off, wear X-Men goggles to try to play the game with. It's an absolute blast.
Just realized we didn't bring those.
We didn't.
Juggernaut moves and picks up the spider infected on the ground.
Juggernaut moves, picks up a spider infected. Now he's got some punchableness.
Is there a redeem for Happy Corn? No, but there should be. Is the dice camera dead? Uh-oh. Let me refresh it.
Doesn't look like. Has it not been showing changes?
Throwing Crimson Dynamo.
So much hydrate.
Let's see. Guys, I am not drinking water. Slow down on the hydrates, please.
It's mostly water.
It is. There's a lot of water in it.
We moved it from the other day, yeah. I was so concerned. Like, what happened to the dice cam? Hydrate. Like how you said, please slow down, and there's 6 more. It's just hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
We've elected to punch Fury Jr.
All right, we're going to punch Fury Jr.
Still going.
Oh, man.
Cage is not on the board. He got KO'd last round. KO.
Guys,
Hail hydrate, says Neo Kenobi. it's like, yeah. Chat, slow down, please. And they were like, bet.
Okay. Okay.
Posture check.
We're going to tank her.
The grunts are also off the table. Yes, they were removed. They got KO'd by the objective, the gamma waves.
And
Punching the Howling Commandos from Juggernaut.
Guys, it's empty. There's no more. Hail Hydrate Merchman.
Cage O. Did you guys eat today? Luckily, we did have a break for lunch.
So that was his spender into senior, got the wild.
That was the spender into senior. He did, in fact, get the wild.
I like this a lot. What was that? Oh, Weasel Kingdom says, Hail Hydrate merch win.
We'll do it. We'll refill
As
when.
long as Tim makes it.
We'll let her know.
Jugs.
We'll refill it then.
All right.
Jugs is done. You move back onto that point in the middle.
Thank you for the stretch. All right.
Hulk is there as well. Loaded dice players. He's down kind of to the left, just bottom of center, behind that towery thing.
Hulk.
He got pushed there by the spiders.
It's okay. I'm asking Charles to get you some water. All right. Thank you, Dizzard.
And then asking Alyssa to get his water.
Richie.
Alyssa, you don't have to do that if you don't want to.
Never mind. Is there a water bottle over there?
Is our little pack of water down there out?
All right. All right.
Did Senior get dazed?
All right. So our brother in arms on the Crimson.
All right. What's it called? The Howling Commandos just flipped, so if they would have gotten KO'd there, so they are not down yet. They saw you in another water bottle, so they just keep going.
Oh, the Hydra homies. What's that?
I'm almost out. I gotta have a little bit at a time.
Arms, this time on Iron Man.
Okay, so we're gonna brother in arms this time on Iron Man.
Oh, lots of moving around.
Another hydrate.
So then, do you Helios and get rid of Juggernaut here, or not bother yet?
Yeah, I mean that might be the play here. He's moved the Hulk back so far out of defense that maybe. Oh my God, guys!
Again on Bucky.
Again?
Again on Bucky.
Commandos are done.
Yeah, I guess so. They're done. They did a lot. They just moved everybody around. Good point. Basically, I'm doing all the spider pushes. I like that. We could do this all day. Tell everybody what to do.
Daddy Nick and the boys.
The boys. The boys. Bladder check.
Yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't.
we got the rest of this game to go.
Yeah. All right, so Hulk looking like he might be getting back into it here.
Unfortunately for Andrew, he can only game a leap once. But if Juggernaut does get Helios or something, he could, get an extra little movement out of that.
Correct. Thanks, Mitch. Post-stream team meetings. You know what, guys? I think the Hydrator team was a bad choice. Thank you. No, wait. Do not spend any points. Alyssa just came over and handed me like 4 water bottles.
Why do you want to make us uncomfortable?
Avengers assemble on Hulk and Sam.
All right, Avengers assemble on Hulk and Sam.
No, you shouldn't have told them they got more water bottles. The hydrates are coming back
Yeah.
stronger than ever.
Gamma Leap.
Gamma leap.
I'm just glad I have just water here because I am a notorious lightweight and stream would get weird quick.
Vodka is 60% water.
Don't tempt them. They'll spend points if someone go find something.
All right, so it does look like we might be getting. Oh, we got a clock here and a call from the judge, Judge Omnis.
Judge call on range.
Just to
Measure in
confirm.
range real. See if any. Looks like we're seeing if Fury Jr. is within 2 of Hulk. He's not within 2.
Right.
That's huge. Just punch. Do something to Crimson Dynamo instead.
Looks like it.
Builder.
Yeah, yep, I completely agree. This Hulk activation is going to be pretty big here.
He's got a good amount of dice though.
Not a great
Not a
swing.
good roll.
Showing 3, but all of it's going to go through. So after
Reduced
the
down to 2.
yeah,
All right. I think that's it for Hulk, isn't it? Unless he's got something to throw, maybe.
yeah.
Try it again. Disruption.
Okay, he's going to try it again, but the disruption will go off from Crimson Dynamo.
He must have Avenger assembled.
Oh,
this time, right?
And there it is.
Oh, a little spike.
Okay, so we have
Spike on the defense. Okay.
3 crits on the attack. Wow, okay, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 successes on the attack. Re-rolling both of those with the disruption into additional successes.
Okay. Oh, he did Avenger assembled. Okay, I missed that. Thanks, Merzane. Appreciate the sub. He's down to 1.
Dynamo is down to 1.
Again.
If it wasn't for the in-ball, he would be done. Merzane, thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate that.
8 successes.
I did it for more hydrate points. Oh, great.
It's a shame I ran out of water.
I don't know if someone can go back and clip that, but the moment in my eye where I realized Alyssa was the one handing me the water, realizing she has over 32,000 Channel points.
She's been saving for a while just to mess with you specifically.
All right, mirror image. There you go. Bloondy. Ben, I think, has like 16,000.
Yeah.
A lot
More hydrate. Thanks, guys.
Here, this is for you.
Oh, we got Tyson bringing us water now.
Great.
It's spreading.
Throws Dynamo into the wall, Dynamo's cannon.
All right, Dynamo with that automatic damage from the wall. That means a Dynamo gone. What work that Dynamo has done with that disruption field as well.
But just his builder in the disruption field has been
Thank you for
crazy.
the posture check.
Brings the score to 11-11.
Doc Geo.
11-11.
Commando's got your back.
Commando's got your back. So we're not,
shield
we're
leadership.
not done
Okay.
yet.
Is that?
We're not done yet? Oh, that was
The
day.
leadership
I
gave him a
gotcha.
point.
Yep.
I was confused too. I was like, how did Avengers not score anything? Round's not over. Just a leadership. Such a good leadership.
All right,
It's given him
so-
2 points this game.
2 from Got Your Back on Commandos. Bucky's doing the same.
Bucky and the Commandos popping off here.
Ba-boom, ba-boom. Oh, double got your backs. Oh.
Oh, Doc Geo, thank you. Also, thank you for the follow.
No rapid fire.
No rapid fire and no damage through.
Bucky has not been looking down that scope this game. He's just not getting those rapid fires.
Okay, we are going to use
Fall
fallback
back
here.
with Hulk. Interesting. Did a lot of work to get up there. Now he's like, yeah, maybe a little too much.
Darth Balls, Will, thank you
you.
so much for the gift sub. That means Darth Dion. Is it that Darth Dion? Is now free subbed.
Change the redeem text to Hail Hydrate.
Yeah, we probably will.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Alyssa plays all according to plan.
So, Hulk's done. Bleed damage brings him to 11 taken.
Okay, Hulk back to 11 taken. 9 left. Rogue Dizzard, thank you.
Right. Okay.
Bucky into Hulk.
Bucky into Hulk. He does get the trigger here, but no damage will go through, but he will get the rapid fire. All right, showing 2, blocking 3, no damage.
Doing it
Gonna
again.
do that same song.
Doesn't work the first time.
This one's looking a little bit better. All right, we're showing 3 with 2 blocks. One's going to go through, and he will get the trigger. So that is 1 more on Daddy.
Oh, look at that, Doc Geo. That was good timing. Streamlabs had put up the Longshanks link there. You can take a look for the finals game that has their whole rosters, tactics cards, everything listed there.
Ooh, that's 4, blocking 2 so far, or blocking 3 so far. Another just 1 going through. Chip away.
Chipperoo.
1 more on Daddy made me uncomfortable. That's super fair.
We're at the Las Vegas Hydrate Open.
Thank you for the hydrate. Spankish, I love you.
You know it's possible to overhydrate. Like, that can be real bad.
Yeah.
Takes Hulk to 13 taken.
All right,
Hulk's
Hulk
taken
at
13
7
damage.
left.
His health has been bouncing all over the place this game.
It really has been.
We've got a nice crowd around now. I bet a lot of the other games are finishing up. We got like a dozen people standing around watching.
Mitch, I hope you can identify exactly how uncomfortable I am right now.
Mitch, I don't believe Juggernaut's converted. I think he just has an alt scheme here with like a white suit and gold helmet. Speed run. No, that's not what I'm saying at all.
The post interviews are going to be epic when you guys are doing the PP dance. It doesn't standing
You're
around
going to cover
watching.
those interviews, right?
Plus
Bye.
another 200. Listen, thankfully we did get all these bottles of water, so we'll have some empty receptacles.
Oh, there's another one. Thanks.
A couple. I don't.
Iron Man.
Shield throw onto Iron Man. No, Iron Man has not been dazed.
Yeah, I believe he's healthy still.
Just 1.
Shield throw. Sam is right in the middle there. He got moved way back, but he's quick.
Iron Man's alive.
Iron Man has 1 stamina left.
Oh, that's cool. Don't worry, they brought us a ton of bottles. We got so much water over here. I'm taking little sips. Tim's going all out here.
I'm taking a
Commit to
sip
the
for,
bit.
I'm taking a sip for everyone, man.
Iron Man's using shield leadership to aggressive.
All right, so because we are tied up now, not using the shield leadership for points, but using it for the short move, and a shield throw into Iron Man,
Clang. Oh, only 1 success there.
nothing. If Helio doesn't kill, Andrew wins this turn. I think you're right. Guys, it's Helio's time. He tried really hard to get that.
Helio's time.
How many dice is this? How many dice is going in here? Is it as many dice as hydrates have been redeemed?
Yeah, I think that
Probably
fall
not.
back's
I don't
really
know.
going to help too for that explosion. I don't think that's going to be game breaking because that's
Yeah.
only 1 on Helios. But still,
Does that mean Helio, Sam, or Jug? Great question there. Yeah, there's kind of a lot going on right now.
so they've all gone this turn. So it's not anything about preventing activations this round. It's just getting rid of somebody. I think Sam is healthy still, so.
Helio and Sam could prevent a middle score. That's right. What an ever-present player just the Helios is.
Yeah, you gotta, be ready for that.
Knife in the sand.
All right, we're gonna knife Sam.
Oh, okay. So Fury Jr. there is gonna shank Sam. Shank him with a shiv. Shiv him with a shank.
Wow, and what a shank that is. Only 2 blocks with a crit, but we're showing 1, 2, 3 crits, 4, 5 total hits, 3 blocks,
2 damage,
2
going
damage
through.
through.
And Helios is active on Iron Man's turn, right?
That's a
I
good question.
forget how, the exact wording on that one.
I believe it is.
So I can bring it up before active during Tony Stark's activation. Yeah. Ah, beat the chat this time.
They are now asking Alyssa for updates on how many water bottles we have left on the table.
Don't tell them, Alyssa. They don't need
Too
to
late.
know.
It is too late.
Oh no, what?
Spankish.
Whoa, 8.
Another-
Wow, thanks.
Love that, dude. Thank you. I can't tell you, dude. It's. I'm so glad you've been here this
I'd like
weekend,
to shake
man.
your hand, sir.
So Lou the Lunatic, Walrus of Doom, Gray Jack, Mr. Dylan Air, Smart Drive, Jimmy the Hand, House of W, all getting some subs from Mr. Spankish. Make sure to shout him out in chat. Childhood friend, Spankish. Lots of deliberation here. All right.
Current Helios is 50-50. Take it away.
Current Helios is 50-50. I love that they are doing the math. They are pulling out their calculators. Oh my God, guys, come on.
Into who?
We haven't cleared anything yet.
Oh, gee, I looked away for half a second. There's a bunch more hydrates.
Yeah, sure. And the stretch. And another stretch.
Oh, knocking off my own headphones. Wow.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Dizzard.
We appreciate your care.
Just got in. I do not see Brotherhood. What happened to my boys? Well, Andrew was running a Brotherhood and Avengers list. Technically, I think Brotherhood's still in this. All these bits and points and no audio. All right. So we're
Builder
showing.
into Sam here.
Okay, so we're
Crit
showing
on
4
the
there.
defense.
There's a wild there. Only blocking 1. That's going to be 3 going through on Sam. With the
2 damage on Sam.
oh, because of counting the blanks.
Leave Sam up at 1.
Sam is
sitting
at
at
1.
1.
That's so weird that happened to be the case.
Pushes him back. Now he's definitely in range for. Oh, that's perfect for Helios. Getting that wild will finish. Will daze Sam as well.
Well, yeah. All right, so the math is happening right now. This might be the roll of the entire Las Vegas Open.
Yeah, we got like 20 people standing around now watching this bit.
There is a crowd. We're seeing Chewy, Mike DeLuca, Sploosh, see Dayton, Nate Horn, Art, Gabe, Mandalorian Orange. They're all watching this happen in real time.
Hydrate.
Hydrate, thank you.
Helios, 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 like Rufio.
I love Rufio.
We need to get Dante Basco here to talk with us.
What's that?
We need Dante Basco here to talk with us.
Yeah, for real. Stop making very good TikToks that I like and come down here. Where he opens up residual checks.
I love that. Is this a steak and surf and turf kind of residual check or Taco Bell?
20 dice.
20 dice.
20 dice into Hulk. 20 dice into
Okay,
Hulk.
here we go.
All of the content creators waiting in silence like reporters at a golf match so they can cover it on their own channels. Yeah, and they're not going to have to drink gallons of water to do it.
True.
His whole game is now resting on 20 dice.
And Hulk
20.
has 9 health left? Or he's got 7. Oh, he was at 13, right? He's got 7 dice left. Merzane says that's not enough. Probably has power for Hulk Not Puny Banner if necessary.
Right.
Oh, a bunch of more hydrates.
I mean, what a final. Doom.
Doom, doom. This is the Doom song for Hulk. Doom, doom,
All right,
doom,
here is the
doom.
Helios, guys. Here it is.
As long as he gets one wild,
Look at all those
Sam will
dice. I
definitely
can't even
daze.
count those. Wow, an incredible defense
I
on
see
Hulk,
a
too.
bunch of skulls and
2,
blocks,
4, 6, 7, 8. 8 with 2 crits.
I see a lot of symbols, but there's a
Both converted.
ton
That's
of
10 damage so
blocks.
far. He's blocking 3. Converts
Hulk's
both.
blocking
Hulk's gonna
5.
Hulk
That
survives
he
it.
might be okay
Hulk
here.
survives it.
He is okay here.
They're gonna pull him away to confirm. I may have miscounted, but I think that he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be alive.
He's got to get. If he's blocking 5, he's got 7 left. That
He
means
had
he's
to
got
do
to do
12.
At least 12.
I think he did 10. 11.
Oh my God, is he at 1?
1.
Did he bring him down to 1?
1 short. 1
He was
damage.
1 success short. That's incredible. Wow.
Does Iron Man have another action?
He lives.
We are checking Helios. Everyone's looking at this right now. We have multiple judges around and literally every major competitive player.
Are you realizing something?
He gets 1 from sweep and
He's
clear.
KO'd?
Sweep and so that was the deliberation there on if sweep and
'cause
clear
sweep
hit
and
him as well.
does trigger on the original target as well. Sam is also dazed.
The exact amount of successes
Wow.
needed to take out both Sam and Hulk. The perfect roll.
Taylor's sweating over here, and he's not even playing. That's insane. A good call remembering that little bit. We just saw that in the earlier game. I think yesterday somebody used that,
Yeah.
and somebody brought up in chat, like, hey, remember the soup and clear doesn't only affect other enemy characters within 2. Hulk is within 2 of himself, so one more. That's one of those moments you're playing a game, you're looking through the rule book trying to find
Right.
something to get that one last power damage, and he found it.
That
Oof.
that is a roll worth drinking to.
All right. Oh, more hydrates. Oh. At least it's not like the sake I had last night.
End of the round. 15-13. Shield.
15-13 shield.
Oh, shield, that comeback turn there. That was massive.
But it is not over.
Yeah, Darth Balls, he did enough from the roll to bring Hulk down to 1, but then the sweep and clear splash damage was able to did the last one to Hulk, and then also dazed Sam.
But what an incredible block.
Just, yeah, 5 blocks out of 4 defense dice, or whatever it was, 3 defense dice. That was crazy. Poking that puny banner.
Juggernaut gets displaced.
So close to saving him.
So rolling for Spider Infected, Juggernaut will be the first one displaced.
All right, we get super close here. Vince is only up by 2, but he's got a big advantage going into this round. He's got 4 characters left. He's only lost Dynamo.
Bucky is going to move as well, but just think about that displace on Juggernaut being his last big, heavy hitter.
Well, Juggernaut's got enough power. He can easily get back there when nothing stops the Juggernaut and just push his way back into it.
Iron Man is not being pushed. Tim and Dan will be streaming after this as human fountains at the Bellagio. Stay tuned.
I don't want to go all the way to the Bellagio. That's like a 15-minute walk. It's an interesting emote.
Tim and Dan will be Cap.
Okay. I need another bottle, sir.
There you be.
Thank you.
Vince's game to lose now. That is very, very true. Luke Cage and Hulk are off the table. Just Juggernaut and Falcon left. Red Wing Assault into Junior. All right, showing 3. With only 1 block.
Nope. There it is. Another.
All right, so showing 4. 1 block.
This has a throw on it, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Knuckles Gold, yes. Hulk took that last damage from the Wild for a sweep and clear. Let's see, he could delete. He doesn't delete Fury Jr. with this one, it looks like, but doesn't he? He throws him into the terrain. 1 more damage there. Is he still on his feet? He's down to 1 again. Down to 1 again.
All right, that is going to give him the place right next to it as well.
Do you throw your shield into Fury and finish him
Oh,
off?
I want to.
You want to?
Yeah.
You want to throw your shield into
Listen,
Fury?
when I'm playing Sam Wilson, yeah, I want to throw my shield.
Every chance you get. Oh, Eye in the Sky is back.
So Eye in the Sky won't get him out of range of a shield throw. That's for dang sure. But he might be trying to bait it out. Shield throw at Bucky.
Oh, hoping to daze Bucky so he doesn't get... Oh, into
Into
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man.
Okay. Ooh, only 1 hit. No, that's nothing.
That's heartbreaking. He will pick up that Spider Infected, though.
Okay. Oh, Iron Man was at 1. Oh, right, because he was so close to deleting Helios last turn. I'm assuming he didn't have enough power for Red Wing last turn. All right, well, he's got Juggernaut left. I'm not sure how he can come back with this one.
You hate to see that. Guys, this is it. This is the end of the Las Vegas Open. Just an incredible game by 2 insanely skilled players.
Right, he might want Sam to KO here because then Jugs will get another short move before he does anything else.
Imagine wanting that.
Right? Not often you want your character to go down, but it might be better in this case. Iron Man moves back. Never mind, he's not touching him, just running away.
Just getting away.
That makes sense. But unless Juggernaut is stacked on power, he might not be able to push himself into range of anybody.
Pass.
Okay, passing.
All right, he's
Call
going
the
to pull the
cavalry.
grunts in. And they're going to pick up that objective, that Spider Infected. What is the prize for first and second? First is probably bragging rights forever.
I believe you get a $500 voucher to come back next year to help.
And to
offset those
automatically
costs.
qualify for next year. That's right, I did forget about that prize, the $500 travel voucher.
There's got to be more than that. I just haven't looked at it.
Spender into Sam, he takes 2.
Okay, Spender into Sam, he's going to take 2 there.
Grunts are not going to advance, they just shoot.
Grunts are not going to advance, they will just fire though.
And I believe the grunts were placed directly behind that tower terrain. I can see them from where I'm sitting, but
Our blocking 1 looks like he's going to be taking 3 here. That is going to be a KO.
Takes 3 is KO.
it does KO him. It's a good point, Mike. And a lot of the big name characters we're not seeing in this, which is nice to see a change in the meta here. No Hulk, or we did have Hulk. No Voodoo and Battle Cat, Black Cat. Oh, the Shieldless doesn't have Hulk. I got what you're saying.
So affiliation, obviously Juggernaut will be chosen here. It does in fact happen on days in KO. So when Juggernaut will heal, he'll get some power, he'll remove a special condition. I don't believe he has one. And then Nick Fury is going to move away. So there's the move.
Do a whole. It's gonna get some power push.
Yeah, not only do you get a lot of street cred for winning first, you'll also be incredibly busy as you'll be being on every podcast for the next pretty much 4 years.
Yeah, everyone's gonna want to talk to the winner.
Into the commandos.
All right, into the commandos. Decent roll. Showing 4 with the crit. 2 defenses. And then 5. They are alive.
Jeez. Always.
1.
Oh.
Iron Man alive on 1. Commandos, guess what? Alive on 1.
Oh, and Fury's
Nick
at
Fury
1.
Jr. also
goodness,
alive
that is
on
brutal.
1. Dan, you're just channeling our Monday night streams into this.
I'm sorry.
What are the rules of sweep and clear again?
Throwing the Howling Commandos into Iron Man.
Characters within 2 of the target take a damage.
Turning the Howling Commandos into Iron Man. Iron Man.
Tony's KO, Tony's days, Commandos are KO.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a days and a KO. Just Nick Fury left. Is Nick Fury holding any objectives?
Don't think so, but
The jug bump. After all that is going to maybe.
I forgot Iron Man was still healthy, so he just dazes. Jugs is done. I mean, he did everything he could there. It's one of those, again, where I feel like Andrews played a really good game. Just things didn't quite work out. There's the handshake.
Up
Great
until
moment. Everybody's
that
standing
last
around watching.
action, it was undecided. Juggernaut still had a shot there to do it. It was a long shot, but he got most of it done. That was so
Oh, we got
the exact amount.
So what's the final score here? 19-14 Shield.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. I love it when the finals are games like every time we've done an event like this, the finals have been so great, so close. It comes down to like that last roll or last big thing. In this case, that Helios was massive and important.
We asked a word of advice, and Vincent's only advice is roll better.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So a bunch of redeems there.
First on stream, last on stream.
That's true. He started it here. He ended it here. Wow. If you haven't already, before you go, make sure to leave those subs, those follows. Go and follow all the socials, because you will be able to see every single match that happened this weekend at the Las Vegas Open on the YouTube. So be there for it.
Make sure to
Okay.
hang around all week, too. We got stuff. We are on here for MCP specifically 3 times a week. Mondays, we have, the Power Phase, where we stream games from our local game store, have a blast with all kinds of different things we like to try out. We love to hear from people in the Discord, try out ideas from you as well. Love to show off the new stuff as quickly as we can. Tuesdays, typically Taylor's there doing his hobby hangout, painting stuff, usually for Tim, to get on the Power Phase. Again, usually new stuff coming out, and Taylor's constantly trying out new techniques and loves to just chat about the hobby, the painting. He loves assembling and magnetizing. He's a freak for magnets. It's a great time to just hang out, listen to his cool lo-fi music, and do your own hobby while he's doing that. And then Thursday night at 7 p.m., all these are Eastern Standard Time. We've got, wait, did I roll a wild?
a Marvel Crisis Protocol vlog where we go over news, releases, and all sorts of other stuff from around the world of MCP. We'll certainly be talking about this event, as I'm sure many others will, in addition to all the other events coming up. In addition to that, on the Twitch, Tuesday through Fridays, I also stream some World of Warcraft right here. If you're into that bad boy, make sure I'm hydrated during that, I guess.
Yeah, for real.
It starts 3 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern on some days, right here on the Twitch. Dan, what do we got for podcasts as well from around the network?
We have so many podcasts coming out during the week. Mondays is the Lost Omens podcast, where we play Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Danny is running us through the Extinction Curse adventure path. It's a blast. That show's hilarious. It's so much fun. People love our feel of actual play, where it feels like you're at the table with us. It's not like hyper overproduced or that kind of thing. A lot of shows out there are. It's just a good time. On Wednesdays, we have Patreon exclusive actual plays that every other Wednesday bounces back and forth between the Slithering, where Tim is running us through the Slithering, Pathfinder 2nd Edition Deluxe Adventure, opposite my homebrew game for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay called Settling the Southlands, where it's a jungle adventure with all kinds of stuff going on. Thursdays is a Grim Podcast of Perilous Adventure, another Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition actual play show. We're playing the classic Enemy Within campaign, widely regarded as one of, if not the best RPG campaigns out there. That show is also just a blast, fantastic. We are episode 140-ish. And these actual plays are all roughly an hour, give or take a few minutes every week.
And just before we go on, don't go anywhere yet. We are going to talk to Vincent one more time. So do not leave. We want to hear from the champ.
Oh, thanks, Mitch. You said Southlands is awesome. I like Southlands, not just because I wrote it.
But if you were looking for any of the mats that were on stream this weekend, they are right down below at the Frontline Gaming store. If you use that link down there, that supports this network directly and helps us cover events just like this. Make sure you let Frontline Gaming know that MCP is a game to double down on, because it creates incredible, incredible moments.
This was a fantastic event to cover. It was so much fun. A lot of great plays. We saw some just bonkers activations out there. That Magneto the other day, taking a Malekith from perfectly fine to dazed in one activation, was amazing.
Yeah.
The Hulk off, where the Hulks were throwing each other into other characters and punching, that was nuts. This last game was just awesome.
Yeah,
it was
so
one of those I wish were just a little bit further away so we could really get into it, but we don't want to be too loud and affect the game at all. We definitely don't want to change anybody's decisions. I mean, they're way better than we are.
Correct. So if you do have questions for Andrew or Vincent, the time is right now. We're going to welcome Andrew up here right now.
All right. I'll see everybody later. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I will.
Get those questions loaded up, guys. Andrew, come on down. First off, welcome. So you'll want to kind of get right up close to that mic, because obviously there's a lot of noise in here. But Andrew, first up, an incredible game you just played. An incredible game, keeping Hulk back like you did. And you were still in it with that last Juggernaut activation. Tell me about going into this game. Let's rewind a little bit. You were ahead for a lot of this. Tell me if there were any moments where you feel you may have made a misstep, and maybe where Vincent made one.
I'm not entirely sure. It's the first time I've really played against Shield.
Yeah.
So from earlier when he was talking about it, it's like he paper cuts, and then like his leadership keeps him in the game.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened here. So like, I don't know if I should have been more aggressive with Hulk. I felt like I was pretty aggressive, like trying to get in there, but I don't know. I was asking him earlier, it's like he re-rolled my dice on my Hulk spender when I didn't roll wild, and I was wondering if that was correct. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't like anything that I would have done. It would have been like changing my list. I think the most important thing was probably winning priority. But
yeah, actually very valid. Now, so your road to this match, you went 5-0 up until here, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about those kind of first few matches. What were you up against? Were there any really kind of hard-fought uphill battles? And were there any matches where you were just like shocked that you were able to get out of it like you did?
I mean, my dice were pretty hot the entire event.
Yeah.
So I think most games were close. They were mostly like, except for until, they were mostly close. It's just like, I played Scrolls 5 times. This was the only match I didn't play Scrolls.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, outside of that, I played, I think, Avengers 3 times. I played Cabal once. I played X-Men once, and I played Shield. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So surprised with the kind of the mix that was out there. Were you expecting a ton of Brotherhood and X-Men? Or,
Yeah. Totally. I was expecting, like, I haven't done a lot of testing into X-Men either, but that was the thought behind the Mystique splash in my list, was for the X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men matchup, because hopefully the idea is that it keeps you on parity, but go for it.
No, one question, I was gonna go off on a complete another tangent, but how did you end up qualifying? Did you qualify in the LCQ, or had you been pre-qualified for a while?
No, there's a qualifier in Denver that I played in.
Okay.
And I went 4-0 in the qualifier. I ended up in second place.
Nice.
But there was only one invite, and
Yeah.
the guy who actually won the qualifier wasn't going to go to the event. So they emailed the TO to see if they could pass the invite down to me, being
Beautiful.
second place and being 4-0. So, yeah.
Somewhat of a common story that we've kind of heard from a lot of people that ended up qualifying for here. Did you end up running the same list then as you did now, or how has your roster kind of changed from the Denver event up until LVO?
Well, the Denver event was prior to December 9th, so it was prior to everything changing.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I did play Sam in the qualifier event, and then I was kind of experimenting with like Shadowlands Daredevil and Convocation, but nothing felt like good until until I started playing Sam again. It was like, oh, he feels very good.
Yeah.
So.
A really good question from chat. I really like this. Winry asks, so Andrew, will you need any help becoming a podcaster now, making it to the finals of LVO?
Yes, always. Need production staff, right? Like,
100%.
need everyone behind the scenes to help. Thanks for running the event, or thanks for like being on the event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have a lot of people to thank for that, for sure. Mitch also asks, how would you have changed your roster and TT and tactics cards reflecting back now, or would you not make any changes?
Well, I played Rhino one time. He was kind of good, but not like, his tactics card was pretty good. I played him into X-Men. He was on 20 points. He got to like move, punch a voodoo, get placed on, it was sword base, get placed on the sword base, activate the sword base, and then the next turn he got like hit a little bit, and then he got to do the thing, and then he picked up an objective and just ran to the corner. I don't know if that's worth 4 points, but
yeah.
And then the other thing is Blob. He was fine in the games I played him, but he was never stellar, I guess. So,
yeah. So when we were looking at the rosters ahead of time, and I mean, both Dan and I personally loved actually seeing Blob in that roster. So I love him.
Yeah,
I'm glad he was there.
It was originally Pyro, but Pyro he always felt like underwhelming playing him.
Yeah.
Like because you need to get the wild trigger to get Incinerate, then you want to like play his card to make them drop the objective, and it just ended up being a lot of hoops to walk through. And then Pyro's stuff Bob's stuff is just all automatic, right?
Yeah.
And he's just pretty durable. There's a lot of like damage -1. Like my list is pretty like thick, I guess. It's pretty durable.
Yeah, very much so. So Kit Smashing asks, were there any lessons pre-LVO that served you best in preparations to do as well as you did at LVO?
There's definitely like games with Malekith helped out a lot, as far as like one of my matchups was into Malekith, so like using Sam as bait happened. I used him as bait a couple of times, just like, I hope you die so I get a leadership trigger.
Yeah. Well, and we were seeing that towards the end there. It's like, wow, you know what? If he takes out Sam, Juggernaut's got a shot to get back over there.
Yeah, that was my thought, is like, if I get it's like Sam has a chance of like maybe dazing KOing characters here, but
Yeah.
like my dice needed to be really hot and his needed to be like marginal.
Yeah.
So.
Now, are you from Wyoming?
I moved to Wyoming. I live in Laramie right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people were happy to see someone repping.
Yeah. We have 6 players in our local meta. It's great. It's like,
I gotcha.
Yeah.
What is the local meta then?
We have someone who plays like Inhumans A-Force.
Really?
Yeah. We have someone who plays like mutants, some variant of mutants. or Asgard. There's someone who plays whatever his heart desires. It's never the same thing week to week.
Yeah.
And he owns like almost every model, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, so you have no idea what you're going to be going up against.
There's a Criminal Syndicate Dormammu player. There's a Web Warriors something. Guardians of the Galaxy.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah. And I think and then there's me.
Beautiful. So correct me if I've already asked this, but are there any changes that you might make to this roster going forward? Do you intend to stick with this?
So going forward, I'd have to think of like how popular X-Men are going to continue to be.
Yeah.
If the X-Men become less popular, then I probably look at something instead of the Cabal Splash, or not the Cabal Splash, the Brotherhood Splash. Or yeah, I mean, I really wanted to play Senators at least like once this event, but I played Scrolls 5 times, so
That's so wild. How we've seen that, kind of evolve in some events where, it's like, oh wow, we had hammers 5 times. You know what I mean? But I personally love hammers. But dude, very legitimately, congratulations on getting so far, getting to the finals. Expect to be pretty much asked to be on every podcast from around, multiple networks. But well done. That was an insanely great gameplay. That made for an incredible finish to LVO, and you did a fantastic job, dude.
Thanks
well
for interviewing me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we are going to be just about winding down here. We'll speak to Vincent here quick. But once again, an incredible job to Andrew. I know there's a bunch of fans out there of him that have been rooting him on. And hell yeah. So we are going to talk to Mr. Vince. Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
It hasn't been too long since we've seen you last.
I managed not to embarrass myself.
How? All right, so just what's your immediate feeling at 2 points? One, when you realize the sweep and clear takes out Hulk.
I always, when I counted the Helios, so I always know that the sweep and clear, does the damage. But when it was Xaxes, felt great because, I knew the Helios roll was, fine.
Yeah.
Picking up the crits helped a ton. The roll was pretty bad, and then I picked up the crits, and I'm like, this is 11 hits on 20 dice with the wild. This is a happy thing, and these 5 blocks on 3 dice. I'm like, we're in a little bit of trouble, boys. And then I got him on Xaxes, which felt good. I think I just lose the game if I miss that. I think I put the game on a Helios. The Helios was 74 if I don't roll the wild. If I hit the wild, 85.
Yeah.
So I just put the game on 85%. I've never had that good of odds to win a convention ever.
Right.
I'll put it on 85.
And I absolutely adore, that story of you being the first stream of the day in the LCQ, making all the way to the finals, and then just taking the whole thing. How did you feel once that was kind of confirmed? And actually, before that, when Sam KOs and Juggernaut moves up, did you think that there was an opportunity there to still lose it, or were you pretty confident at that point that it wasn't going to happen? With so many characters at one.
So, when Sam and Juggernaut moves up, it's if it's literally possible for me not to win it, but I actually think the thing that makes it really difficult for him is I don't have enough hit points for Juggernaut to make enough power to impact the game enough.
Gotcha.
Because Juggernaut was on 1 or 2 to start that turn, and then walks to
to get 2
to be 3 or 4. So he has and then he has to spend a slide. So he's 1 power, and then he has to hit somebody. And I don't think he was able to do the throw and then slide again back onto a point.
Right.
So that meant that his max score was 1, which doesn't put him across the threshold. I just need to score my 2.
Right.
So I felt pretty good about that.
SR Walker asks, how does he maintain the stash through the long, stressful days?
I don't know, man. It's just it's good genes, dude. This is a very late thing in life. I could not grow this pre-COVID, so I'm having fun with it.
Merzane also asked, remember when Iron Man was bad?
That never existed.
I like that, yeah.
If you go back and you look at my reaction to Iron Man being buffed, it's straight up like, we tricked AMG, boys. Iron Man's broken now. And I think the game has a little bit of power creep in it. I think he's crept up to be like just above average, not insane anymore. And Helios is an insane card if it like fits with your faction, and boy howdy does it fit Shield.
Right, and I mean, just in general, what a spectacle that was. I'm sure you saw the number of people around just waiting with bated breath for the results of that particular bombardment. But so do you twirl your mustache after each win?
I do not. I try to keep my hands off of it.
All right, so one of the things that I found really interesting in this, and you only kind of see at certain levels of play, is the pulling out of the calculators to kind of evaluate the probability of what you're looking for going off. Do you have a background in math or anything like that kind of makes that something that you go to, or is that something you've learned while playing?
I don't have a background in math. I don't understand the odds of this game. I'm not great. I have like a gut feeling about stuff, and then I realized that Helios was going to be fundamental to playing my faction. And Pat has a background in math and finance and web design, and I twisted Pat's arm and I made him build me a Helios calculator. Right? And Pat's working on it. So the problem is like, it's a thing that we plan on making available to the community.
Yeah.
The problem is like 5 people are on it right now and it doesn't function. Right. So because how it does stuff is it's not actually doing like percentile math or have a chart in the background. It is rolling 100,000 dice and just telling you what happened ish. Which is like a pretty reliable way to find out what's going to happen.
That's incredible.
So I'm going to say we're working on it. It'll come out eventually, but I'm not working on it. I don't know how to do any of that. The Pat's working on it, and eventually we'll make it available to you. But the fast Helios math is you want, like, your 50-50 kind of shows up around double the amount of dice to hit points. So, like, 14 would have been about a 50-50.
Yeah, okay.
That is that is incredible oversimplification.
Right.
If you're trying to, like,
but a good base as far as getting started, as far as Helios math goes. But that's beautiful. I adore that.
Yeah, and as far as I know, dice calculators are allowed. When they tell me I can't, that's fine. But I think you get kind of into thought crimey land.
Yes. Yep.
Where like thinking about a thing is like not. I don't know.
Yeah. But that is incredible. I absolutely adore that. Any changes now after this? Any tweaks? Do you love this exactly how it is, or are you going to be swapping out maybe a 10th man?
So there's 2 things kind of going on. The change to scenarios make it so that there's no perfect 6 scenarios for Shield. Mm-hmm. There's kind of 2 or 3 viable builds in my opinion. I went for the down the middle build so I could abuse Dynamo.
Yep.
It's a risky build because I don't really want to play 15 points. If you go to like the longshanks stats, Shield's win rate is almost directly analogous to number of points played.
Yeah.
The exception is that I believe our highest win rate is 17 because so many games are just at 17.
Yep.
And Shield is a very high win rate faction. And then it's like 20, 18, 16, 15. And our lowest win rate is at 15. So 15 is dangerous. I just like it's hard to get as much purchase and as much surface area for the guns to dig in the faction. And them pulling one piece just hurts that much more. Like every activation they deny hurts that much more. And I want the redundancy.
Yeah. Well, gorgeous. All right, so what's next? What events are you going to be heading to?
So I'm going to be at Adepticon.
Hell yeah. All right.
So I got in the main event. I'm going to try to get into the affiliation battle. I'm on the wait list. Adepticon's local for me, so I'll always be at Adepticon.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah.
Hank runs a great show.
Oh, my God, does he?
That show is fantastic. Everybody should check it out. I hope they bring the laser tag back. I didn't see it in the event list, but...
Oh, the Kill Team laser tag?
I'm the reigning Kill Team laser tag champion.
Hell yes.
I have to go defend my title there. That's what's really important. We're moving on from LVO. I gotta go practice laser tag, boys.
I love that. All right, guys, so Adepticon's going to be the next place that you can see Vincent outside of probably a whole bunch of content updates, I'm assuming,
Absolutely.
over at the YouTube channel and at Alfredo's Size 3 Taco Truck. And once again, it is at Vincent Kirchhoff on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, it's at Vincent Kirchhoff on YouTube. You can also find us at strictlytheworst.com, which is the size 3 taco truck, or you can Google Alfredo size 3 taco truck.
Yep.
And then the last thing that I have going on is I run an event in October called Second Wind.
Yes.
It's in Chicago at Alarmist Brewing, which is an award-winning brewery that's fantastic. It's 64 players. It'll be sometime in October. We don't have dates set yet, but you can keep tabs on it at secondwindchicago.com. And I would love to see some people at that as well.
Yeah, so we'll make sure to get those links blasted out as well. So Second Wind on October, that's going to be something to absolutely put on the map and to put on your calendars for when that final date gets announced. But that sounds like an awesome con as well. I know a bunch of the locals from around Adepticon absolutely adore Second Wind as well. But once again, congratulations, man. You have to be happy with that.
Yeah.
And thanks for being here. Thanks for killing it, dude.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, so that is going to wrap it up for the Las Vegas Open 2023 and all the MCP goodness it got. Once again, huge, incredible thank you to this man right here, Taylor, to Danny, to Dan, to Lindsay, to Elizabeth, to Omnis, Lexa, Rick,
No more hydrating.
Danny, Tyson, Lexa White, cider drinker. Listen, all of you in chat, Spankish, it was great to see you. Merzane, wow, we're getting all sorts of things now. Everyone better be drinking.
I don't have anything to drink, so
Don't
hand me
forget
that.
to sub with Amazon Prime.
Yeah, use that free sub for Amazon Prime. Use those links right down below. Grab those sleeves. Use that Frontline Gaming link. Make sure to use that. Hail Hydrate merch is coming. Do
Somebody's
not
gotta give me
worry.
some spit to drink.
And thank you. Shout out to local Richie here for letting me store a whole bunch of equipment, Amazon stuff to his house. But guys, yeah, so the Patreon, that's how you get access to the Discord, all sorts of additional videos and podcasts, and access to the cleanup phase. That is a Patreon-only Marvel Crisis Protocol show where we talk about a bunch of stuff from behind the scenes that we can't talk about in the public, and a whole bunch of really cool stuff that happens out at conventions. The one place where all the secrets are spilled are the cleanup phase. That is once a month, Patreon-only Marvel Crisis Protocol show. ProfessionalCasual.com is where you can find all of our stuff and all of our great goodness.
And I'll see you on Tuesday.
You will. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Next time we will absolutely have a catheter.
Helios, your friends.
Helios, your friends.